Greetings, you people. Hello, my king. You know what's going on? How has it been? This is Briarstone. I do indeed welcome you to Sunday. It's Sunday morning heroes, everybody. And we're about to get started with some more Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We have in with us this morning some awesome people, which as soon as I get to there it is, I will let them introduce themselves. And we have Quill.
Hey folks, Quill18 here.
Yeah, Demonac.
Greetings.
And of course, the lovely Akisfalok.
Oh, hey you, good morning.
Perfect. So, guys, we're about to get some FaceTime Continuum in 3, 2, 1. Faces. Welcome to our faces. We are currently in the middle of a dungeon. If you guys remember, you were doing very, very well. And finding out, well, as far as you know, most, if not all of the secrets of this particular area. And you have, just previously, just last week, I suppose, when we were playing, you had talked to Baragustus, this gentleman, this elderly man who didn't really seem to be very enthused about what the believers have been caught up in of late. As far as you know, he's telling the truth. He doesn't exactly seem like a murderer. But there have been bodies. You guys have found some bodies. So, it stands to reason that, you know, there might be some very dire implications for these so-called believers.
Yeah.
So
this guy pretty clearly believes in sort of what they're doing, like what their objectives are as a cult, but he doesn't seem to agree with the actions of the guy who's in charge right now.
Right.
Sounds like they're being played by the guy who's in charge.
That's definitely what it sounds like.
Very well could be. So, what do you guys want to do? I mean, currently, the questioning was probably done, unless, of course, you guys have, you know, throughout the week. And any other questions that you might have had for him, you can ask them now, or you can figure out where you want to go.
I think we're going east.
No? Also, what do you want to do? Do you want to bring Baragustus along with you, or do you want to just leave him here to his own devices, or do you want him, you know, send him off, tell him to go and turn himself in, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, that's the weirder one.
Yeah. These are the questions.
Well, we had the kid, and we let him go. Hopefully, convincing the kid to not tell his dad that we were down here. Yeah.
I think we might have to just restrain this guy.
Restrain him? We might
put him under, you know, citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
You could do that.
And be like, no offense, but just in case. While we go clear the rest of the stuff out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
You know, we'll do it politely. I'm sure Lasan knows him and things, and
yes.
Right. Do you guys have any way that you want to go about it? Do you want to pin him with rocks, or do you want to give him a tie down? Or...
I was thinking rope. Yeah.
Okay.
pinning with rocks, a little bit barbaric. Also, we might need those rocks.
Right. It seems like one of those cases, you know, it might be completely justified. He's used to this sort of treatment. He's seen it go around, apparently. Okay, but yeah, you guys want to tie him up with rope.
Just tie him up.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and just leave him here next to this the dilapidated dwarf statue, or?
I guess. I mean, we're assuming he'll be safe enough. I guess we've cleared out everything behind us, right?
And everyone else that's in here is part of the same cult he is.
Yeah.
So if anything, they're just going to rescue him rather than...
he should be... Exactly. I think he would be safe from them. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay.
All right, it's nothing personal.
It is nothing personal.
Just precaution.
No, and he totally understands.
Yeah.
I'm going to move him right over here.
So we read all about this when we were training on, like, the cultist, like, first day manual.
Right. Wait, what? You have a manual? I'm not sure they have a manual. All right. So yeah, you guys have some more exploring that you can do. You've done pretty much everything to the west and to the north of here. And to the south, further over to the west and south, there was that dead end that you saw. So yeah, pretty much just to the right that you can tell.
Or to the right, whatever. Yeah.
We have west and we have
to
right.
The east. That's actually where we found this guy.
Yeah, we have seen there, but I believe we did close the door because we really didn't want our
and there was a door at the end of the hall.
Right. Okay.
There was another door at the end of the hall here. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get some line of sight here. You're gonna open that door again, then.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go and just like that. Door has been opened. The way is open.
We have an open door. Okay.
Open door, insert foot.
I mean, we're pretty sure it's probably not trapped because we did come through here before, but I'll still.
Yeah.
We'll walk carefully.
Yes.
Check the floor.
Always. Hush. Hush.
All right, I'm gonna do a real careful look at the door at the end here.
Okay, give me a
Before we
roll.
open it.
Is it closed, this one?
Yeah, it's closed
So many
currently.
of them have been partly open. Bad. It was worth the shot.
There's the first donation of the day, $5 coming in from 1010 2 hours. Hello and welcome, and thank you for your generosity.
I rolled poorly, but I don't think I'm gonna use a lucky reroll on this.
Okay, you were quite
It's
certain that you
unlikely
don't
that it would
see
be trapped.
anything of particular note regarding this door. It seems like a normal door.
Hush.
If I recall, I'm currently armed with a rock. Just
A rock.
You're armed with a nice
Okay.
rock, I want to point out.
Yeah, we took time to pick out the rock. There were lots of choices. So
That was that special.
one that feels good in my hand. Yeah.
What did you call it? Locally crafted, bespoke.
Oh, yeah,
rock.
it's like
yes,
artisanal
that
rock.
was that good one. Yeah.
All right.
Is Briarstone still destroying people's hearing? I thought you adjusted that sound.
I did. No, it should be really much. And the volume was min. Yeah, that was. Yeah. That's minimum. Okay, you know what? Let's see.
Everybody's going, my ears.
Okay, it is very loud. I do know that, but I turned it all the way down.
Oh,
Right, where's that gonna be? That
Hush.
could just be.
no. Go play somewhere.
Or do this. Actually, no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That's basically all I can do. I can turn it off. Maybe that's what I'll do next time. I'll just turn off the sounds. Although I like being reminded that people are out there doing awesome things. But whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna carry on. I suppose.
Reminders, deafness. Reminders, deafness.
Yeah. There's a little deafness amongst friends, right? It's okay.
There you go. I'm gonna slowly, lightly push the door open a bit. Hopefully,
Okay.
it's another one of these quiet ones, just enough to peek.
Yeah. Peek
Okay,
around the
just enough to
corner.
peek. All right, so. Actually, I should probably do it this way. There we go. There you go. Now you're peeking inside.
Yeah.
What can you see? I don't even know what you can see. Dude.
We don't either. Beauty.
Oh yeah.
I hope it's lit in there because otherwise our light's gonna give us away.
Well, not a lot of light in here, no.
I see a guy
Mm-hmm.
directly ahead of us.
And an orb. Is this another one of those orbs like the one we just got?
No. What you see on the floor before you is a lantern, best you can tell.
Okay, so there's some light.
Yeah.
And near him, which is good because we can see him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it's got a bunch of props in here from a Spinal Tap concert.
Right.
Yeah, but
Very
here's
much could
the
be.
thing. Tao's peeking through the door. Can she determine how obvious our light source would be to someone in the room?
Yeah.
Like how bright our light source is relative to the other light. Because otherwise, if the door's open a crack and
Yeah.
our light's flooding in, then we might as well just swing it open and charge.
Yeah, you may as well, because typically the only light that you can really tell that's going on in here is the light from the lantern. There's not
Okay.
a lot of light, and actually, as the door does open, it's pretty easy to both see and, of course, know that the guy knows that you're here. There is a very interestingly dressed individual next to the lantern. He's faced away at the moment. He's sort of got his hands on the nearby stones, and he says, "Better Gustus, what have I told you about interrupting me? While I am trying to discern what the Delvers are trying to tell us."
Ooh.
I need like a fake voice skill.
An old man voice.
Imitation.
Hello, sir, but
I think it maybe plan rush the door and take this guy out. What
yeah.
do we think?
I'm not great at imitation.
Not a great
Get the
invitation, no? Really? Okay.
All right. So I think that's PC code for can we roll like initiative? I mean, we have, like,
Absolutely. Because he knows you're here. So yeah, roll initiative.
He
That
knows
would
there's
be
someone here, but
the
he's
best
not
way to go
expected
about
to
it.
be
He knows-
attacked by
okay.
the 3 most biggest badasses in all of Red Larch.
He knows the old guy's here.
Yeah, he doesn't know we're here.
Can't we take a shot first?
You kind
said
of
he
get
was
the
facing
idea
away, but
from
was
the
there another
tone
guy
of
who
his
was-
voice that either that means shut the door, or if he proceeds forward, there's probably going to be combat anyway. You know, he can hear you quite well. He knows that you're there.
Hey,
Can we
have
get
a
advantage
shot.
on our initiative?
I will give you advantage on your initiative because you haven't crossed the threshold yet. Yeah, you know what? Fine, whatever. Get advantage. It's fine. I need to roll mine.
I mean, I already have advantage on initiative.
It's different for me because went from a 6 to a 15.
I'll get triple advantage.
Triple advantage. Just
I'm
roll
a
for a
very
while.
It sounds like a
benevolent DM.
toothpaste.
Triple advantage, whitening power. Awesome.
But yeah, with my my celerity focus, I already get advantage.
Yeah.
Although I only got a 15.
Yeah, that's as good as I got too.
No, with these double rolls, we would have expected better, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I guess
Oh,
the
wait.
door's just slightly heavier than we expected. So our rush is not
You got a
good.
15? I got a 15 too.
Aw,
So that
Um,
means the people with the highest decks go first, right?
Yes.
I'm willing to bet that's Lisanne and I.
Yeah. Well, that would be. Would it be both of you? Yeah, because you know his dex is not very good. So I'll go ahead and move. Where's the sun?
no, I had a
You have a 13. Eric has a 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop it. Hush. You're talking to
I do have a +1 dex. I had a +1 dex bonus, even though I wear heavy armor where I can't use my dex.
Right. +1
Right, the
dex.
dex still applies, just not to your AC, right?
Yes, yeah. If I still get it to dex saves, not a whole lot else, but yeah.
Okay. Then what I'll do is I will switch you both. You're gonna go first then. You'll go ahead of him and then he'll act. Do his thing.
Right.
Do
We've got
things.
some major donations coming in still, and obviously some major deafness, but I apologize for that, and I still thank you all for your generosity.
Your little box isn't updating.
The box isn't updating.
Oh, it's
You
not,
need
is
to
it?
have a refresh it or some darn
What's going
thing.
on?
Because there's been a few, and I don't think any of them have showed up.
Yeah, you're right, eh?
So call out the list names of these awesome people.
And I'll do just that.
'Cause
The initiative has been rolled. The die has been cast as it
the
should be.
die
good.
has been cast.
Okay, so we got $5. First of all, $5 from 10-102 hours. Love the stream. I'm glad you love the stream. And Tony as well for $6.39. Hope you get sponsored soon. Me too, man. And then we have Lord of Time, $31.96. Never used. Unrelenting Force. It was user used. Unrelenting Force. It was super effective. Absolutely. Also super effective at deafening people apparently. See, I have an advantage. I can turn my volume up and down in my headphones, so I have been able to
Don't
negate that
want
damage to my
some-
eardrums. But anyway, so there's that. I'm gonna bring that back. Actually, bring that back up. There we go. Good.
to
Typical DM keeps all the advantages for himself.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Especially with this encounter. Are you guys ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So
I don't know. I can't even see what's in the
have-
room from my
Where is it?
position.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
wait, don't wait.
You can open the door the rest of the way, so we can see what I'm charging into.
Yeah.
I guess might as well, right? You can't just like charge into the
We got
door
boss
and
music.
well, you could just charge and keep going.
Charging is kind of metaphorical in this case because fifth ed doesn't have like charge unless you have the feet, but
Right.
you can move and attack, so it's fine.
So Tao, you go first. What do you wanna do?
Well, I am definitely going to just rush him.
Okay.
Tao seems like, you know, while sometimes it's sneaky time, a lot of times she's perfectly willing to mix it up. There's a little bit of that bloodlust that goes on here with Tao.
Right.
And that's going to be one of those times. So, yeah, she's just going to burst through the door, come over here. She can easily reach.
Yep.
Do I see any other threats as I walk in? Like, as I'm walking up, you know?
Right. No. You don't see anything in here. You see, you kind of get the idea that this is a lonely guy.
Hey, Scotty.
I see some slabs in, like, the corners here with some bones on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully they don't animate.
That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
All right. Well, hopefully he's still facing away from me because that'll make it a lot easier to
Look,
stab him in the back.
I've tried animating. It's hard. It takes a long time. I don't think there'll be enough time to take part.
There is that. Should give you guys some dice window. There it is. So now the viewers can see what's going on.
All right. Well, I'm going to use the star motif dagger, which he used. I assume it was probably him to carve those symbols in people's foreheads. And there, I'm going to carve a few symbols in his back. Well, mostly just one symbol, and it's mostly kind of a sort of a dot.
A dot symbol.
A
Yeah, a
dot
little bit of
symbol.
a dot.
You know,
Right.
maybe send out an SOS. You know, dash dot.
I
dot,
will use my
dash dot.
reroll. This is why I saved this stuff. Oh, come on!
Really? You used
So,
luck, and you're
11?
not lucky.
Does
Yeah.
11 hit?
You kind
Yeah,
of
he
get
still
this,
takes the better one.
yeah, but you kind of get this idea as you go. It seemed like you was about to really dig into him, and yeah, it sort of like your dagger doesn't make a sound, mind you, but just like easily just glances off the side.
I might have some sort of mage armor or something. I don't know. Like, what is he wearing? He's saying he's wearing robes or something.
Yeah, he's got robes, but even his robes, they seem flowy until he stops moving, and then when they just like harden right up.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
like
heck.
a magic effect. All right, then as my bonus action, I will use my offhand to stab him with my kukri.
Okay. Whoa!
Ooh.
Now,
How's
okay.
it about a 20? Does a 20 hit?
Yeah. Right. After the first miss, you're like, what? You kind of
I
get
have
this
to readjust.
idea, and you're like, okay, what about this? And you kind of come in, and it sticks this time. It seems like it goes into this hardened sort of exterior of his robes and everything, and somehow you're able to just shove it on through.
It's like those personal force fields in Dune,
Dune,
where to
yeah.
like get through them, you got to slow down the strike at the very end so that it doesn't like stop
Uh-oh.
it.
The slow
So I'm-
blade penetrates the sheath.
Low motion arrows. That's
Yeah.
good.
Well, yeah, like Dune then. Okay, I like that. That's kind of interesting, but no, that doesn't really work that way, obviously. But it's cool. So we have 3 damage. 3 damage has been dealt.
No. With the crit die, it's actually 4 damage. It's 1 for the normal attack,
Yes.
3 for the bonus
Plus
die.
for the 3 for the crit. Okay, so
Now,
minus
I am going to unleash some sonic power in this guy. The only problem is I have 3 power points left. If I want to be able to do the thing where I can break away very easily, I need to save 2 points for that. But no, I think I'm going to go for max, just unloading my brain into his body.
Okay.
For
$40 just came in. Merlors 101. Thank you very
Oh.
much.
Thank you.
10 extra damage.
10 extra damage. Okay.
That was so close to being like twice as much.
Yeah. So both those are actually pretty poor rolls.
Yes.
Well, slightly below average on everything.
Okay. Well, he has certainly felt that. When that dagger got through, and it almost seems like he sort of like tried to scooch out and maybe just glance off his shoulder, but for whatever reason, he hasn't been able to decipher yet. Something jolted his body from that attack, and he is jolted his mind, I should say.
Yeah, give him something
did
to
that
think
much-
about.
And as I do it, I'm like, "You're evil, right? I'm allowed to be killing you." Ah, who cares? Stab first, ask questions later.
Right,
That's
absolutely.
what speak.
Apparently.
Yeah, no, he'll have his response here in a second. So
Maybe we should
have
take him live.
another donation. Thank you very much. Nuffle.
No.
I'm not having
That's
this. But hello.
So I'm going now?
What was that? Sorry.
So I'm going now? No
Yeah,
crazy
it is
actions
now
or anything?
your go, sir.
2.
Okay. You know I had 15, right?
You had 15. It says 13.
You had...
I had 15.
Oh, it's because she rolled twice. The first one was a 15, the second one was a 13.
Oh,
Yeah, so she probably got
You
what
said we
she-
had advantage, right?
right.
Yeah,
okay.
but
Rolls?
the system tries to pick up your die roll automatically,
Ah, okay.
and I think it automatically picks up your second roll. Like if you re-roll, it assumes that's supposed to be
Right.
it, so it has to be manually tweaked. So we're literally all going on a 15.
Okay,
Yeah,
everybody
you can
goes
go
on the
first.
same
You
initiative.
got more decks than I do, that's for sure.
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's
so,
what Quill had said that he and I had the.
Yeah,
Anyway.
go ahead.
It's good. Just
okay,
go.
so
Oh, I'm
Lasan,
going
you
now.
go first then.
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't want to go last when I know I can do better than this. Okay, so I hope I can do this. Come on. Ah, well, okay.
Seems pretty good.
That's not bad.
16 and 9.
The arrow comes forth and just goes, shatters off his body.
Oh,
Really?
God, we're in so much trouble.
It was a nice shot, but did not happen to go through.
That's not mage armor unless he has as much dex as you do, basically. Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
I
okay.
mean-
So you get a second. No, you don't have a second shot, do you? Yeah.
No.
Okay. I don't know what
I think it's only
yeah.
one shot. Okay, Eric.
It's like higher levels.
Yeah, next level.
6.
I'll get another shot.
I can't really get up there as far as I would like to. So I guess I will just throw a rock at him. It's a big rock.
I tell you what, though, that rock is like the best feeling rock you've ever had. It has +1.
Okay.
It's a +1 rock.
Yes, one rock.
You can't get up there? These are 5-foot squares, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was back at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can't. You don't get double.
What?
There's no charge in 5th ed.
Oh no! Hold on. The distance tool is reporting that each square is 2.5 feet. Like I use the distance tool to measure the distance.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
no. Sorry,
yeah.
no, that's actually good. Yeah, no, use the distance tool because that is supposed to be the way it is. What?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
So each
I
square is
thought-
2.5.
Yeah.
What's the distance? Oh, the measuring thing.
Okay, yeah, I didn't count squares. I just used a
But
little
you
thing.
still won't be able to get completely there, but yeah, you're getting close.
Okay. Yeah. But now I'm back on the wrong tool. Okay. Whatever. So I can get pretty close to him, but not there. So go a little bit more this way, so we're spread out a bit more. But yeah, I still throw a rock at him. So I hit AC 19 for 11 damage.
Yeah, it almost seems like the rock, sort of, it flew off, it hit him, it like, sort of attached itself. So it still sent a shockwave into his body, like, boom, and like, really still hit him. He staggers a bit from that blow.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Actually, that's the wrong
wait.
roll. Actually, if I'm throwing a rock, I should be using my spell stat for it, not that's my full melee everything.
I take that back.
Yeah,
Actually.
sorry.
I forgot.
It should actually not be. It should actually not be that good. It should be doing it as a spell instead. I forgot.
Well, no, actually, that does work. I'll do it next round. So there's that.
Yes.
So the damage
We should
was what?
ignore that roll. We should ignore that roll. That's not actually. I can't throw a rock with that degree of everything.
Okay.
It's supposed to be my spell. So where's the cast spell? That is not the right spell. Not even remotely. Okay. Sorry about the incompetence. Here we go. Yeah, haha, that's much less good.
That's much less good.
Right. So okay. So what happens?
I throw my somewhat oddly glowy rock and miss.
Right. Okay. So the last one is what your attack was to hit
Yeah.
and damage. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the rock tends to it smacks into his armor, bounces off, hits the floor, and levitates.
Okay.
And that's something else to keep in mind, guys. Every single rock that you see in this room is not on the floor. Every single rock in this room is hovering off the floor, just sort of moving around.
Okay.
Oh my god, if these things start swinging around and attacking us, it'd be like a blender in here.
It'd be interesting.
Go ahead, give him ideas, Quill.
No. And now it is his turn. How do you do that? Because you did the distance tool. How do I do that again?
It's the ruler on the little bar of tools.
Oh, okay. Okay, then that's easily done then. So it is now his go. What he's gonna do is first things first. Let's see. All right, we're gonna double click on you. I'm gonna figure out exactly what he wants to do right now. I am going to. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Right.
I don't like this much thinking.
You see him. He's not taking a disengage action. He's actually just gonna move away, and he.
So you're saying I can attack him?
Yep. That'll be fine.
Attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Okay.
he actually rolled a 20 on his ability to climb. So he's gonna go right up here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stab him with the dagger of ironic justice.
Okay. And
16?
you will miss,
That's right.
unfortunately.
So how high is the rock that he just
I'll
climbed
reroll
up
it.
on?
my
He
last
just
luck.
climbed up. He's about his feet are roughly 10 feet off the ground. He's about 10 feet up in
Okay.
the air.
Apparently, he's super resistant to the star motif dagger.
Right. Yeah, no, he didn't like the dagger the last time. And he certainly is not going to hopefully fall for that again.
No,
So
this
anyway,
is the dagger that can't hit. That's 4 rolls on my +1 magic dagger, and all 4 have missed him.
It might be cursed or something. I don't know. Right now, he's now atop here, and what he's going to do, he's going to look down. He's like, insolence will not be tolerated. And he,
Who's being insolent?
Huh?
Okay.
Make
Who's being
a
insolent?
DC 13 dexterity check.
Dexterity check or save?
Everybody?
Save. Just dexterity save.
Yeah.
Everybody?
No, sorry, just Tao and Eric.
Okay. Well, that was a terrible save.
DC 16, that's really high. 16.
Okay. So, Tao, expectedly, really, doesn't get affected by this. However, Eric does. The ground next to both of you just sort of shudders and shatters, like just boom. And
Okay.
Eric, take 3d6 damage.
What the shit?
3d6, yeah. Tao, you
Four
don't take
damage.
any damage. You're able to sort of like move away from the shards of rock that just
That's
juts up from the
negates.
floor. You dance out of the way. 3d6 is coming. Actually, I forgot. Like, take 3d6. I'm thinking right now for you to roll your own damage. No,
3d6.
I'll roll it.
We're level 2.
I hope you can't do that a lot.
Right. Okay, so take 13 points of damage.
13. Now is that bludgeoning damage or piercing?
That
or
is,
something? No, it doesn't.
no,
it
I
doesn't
think
matter
that's-
because it's magical, right?
Yeah, it is magical. Yeah.
That's gonna ignore my DR. So
13.
okay, I do
points.
have. I have 3 temporary hit points, so those go away, and then I take 10 damage still. Ow.
And
Okay.
you are also prone.
Fun.
You got knocked down.
Yeah.
Okay. That is that. First go, and now it is Tao's go again.
So how high up is he?
He's 10. His feet are 10 feet off the
Yeah,
ground.
his
He
feet
said.
are around 10 feet up. So you can stab him in the foot. Jump and stab. Or you can climb
Well.
up there with him and play King of the Mountain.
Well, if I can hit him from here, then I will just do that. Because it sounds less risky. So I will do that. I will be switching my No, I'm okay. So again, I'll try with the star motif dagger.
Okay.
Probably won't work, but move up to him. There we go.
That's that. Yeah. Again, the last time you struck again, you're like, what's the trick to this? There's a trick to get past this armor, and you found it once again. And yeah, you deal some damage to him.
Oops, that's not the button I want to hit. Sorry. This one here. I spend my last power point adding 1 extra die. I know it rolled twice, but 4 damage. So a total of 11.
Okay,
Then
I
just
just
the last of my slamming power. Now I'm drained.
okay.
Yeah.
So minus 4 more. Okay.
Yeah, well, so a
He
total
is
of 11.
not liking this. Where exactly did you strike him? Did you strike him in the foot? Because maybe his armor is not really strong down there.
Yeah. I'm going for the
stabbed
toe
him
shot.
in the
Right-
foot.
Right in the Achilles heel.
You know the little one who went to the market? That's the one I'm going for.
It's like he's like ah. Right. That's
Oh, and then I guess I'll use
Tao
my
stabbed
bonus
somebody
action
in
to
the
hit with
foot.
my offhand.
It was super effective.
Yeah.
Take 1 extra point of damage for my offhand.
Right. You're really grinding him down there. In fact, because the attack was on the foot and is very openly a wound now, we could say that he's bloodied. Like, actually,
He's just
literally.
bleeding and bleeding.
He's
and
bleeding from the foot. That's
Ah.
very nice. Okay, Lassam.
Okay.
Mm.
He stood up there on the rock. He's a nice big target now.
Yep. This is true.
Come on.
That
26.
will hit.
Woohoo!
Thank goodness for small favors.
Mm. He's not liking this.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's the damage of 7?
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading up on some of the things he can do. Okay, and it is
His
now
secret
Eric's go.
Okay, well, I'm going to spend a bonus action to use my second wind.
Okay.
And heal a whole 4 hit points.
All right.
And, yeah, knocked prone is going to make it harder for me to get to him the way I wanted to. Damn. Because if he's 10 feet up the rock, and the rock is how far away? 5 feet. Yeah, I'm not... Because it takes half my movement to stand, so I have 15 left, but I'm pretty sure you only climb at half speed. Now, 10 feet up isn't that high. I mean, I'm like over 6 feet tall, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not an acrobat, so I couldn't make it like 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, I know. I guess the best I can do, so Eric's going to stand up,
Yep.
and he's going to... Whoops, stupid ruler tool. He's going to move over here, and he's... I don't know if I can pull him down like that.
Can you grapple him, like pull him down?
That's what I was thinking, but it's probably actually more effective to actually just try and, again, hit him in the foot with something. If it succeeds, I can try and... No, I've already used my bonus action, so I can't do that either. Ah! I don't think pulling him down is going to make that much difference, though.
Mm.
Bloody...
I don't know how big the slab is or the weight of it. Is this something you could push that over and knock him down?
It looks pretty massive, and they're
Floating
levitating, so I'm guessing it doesn't work.
Yeah, you kind of get the distinct idea that pushing it over might not work. But pushing it, you can push it and find out what happens. Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure that helps. Since the rock is just like sitting right there, is like there in the air next to me, I'm just gonna take the rock again.
In the air, yeah.
I'm gonna try and jump and like hit him in the leg with it, just hoping I can like knock him down.
That's actually quite amazing. Go for it.
I walk over there, I'm looking up trying to figure out how to get at him, and I look over to the side, and the rock's just like right there beside me. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Just like take the rock.
You don't have to bend over to grab it. It's just right there.
Hit AC 23 for 11 damage.
Nice.
Do it.
The rock, by all means, should have hit him. You know it. It was coming square at him.
Oh, yeah.
And yet, somehow, this force field just goes right in front.
Ooh.
Just blocks it. Right out of the way.
This is not the same sort of armor that was going on before. This is like an
No, this is
additional
something
effect.
extra.
Yeah, okay.
It's like shield, like a
Apparently-
swift action or something now. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And I'm guessing rock just doesn't work on him.
No, we need paper.
Scissors. Cut the suit off.
Okay, well, anyway, that was my turn.
All right, so
Oh.
that's now Laroc's turn. So what Laroc is going to do again is
Oh God, I thought
Laroc
it said
could
the
have
rock's turn.
right. It's Laroc's turn. Go ahead and make a DC check again. DC 13.
You can do that again?
Yeah.
You see
Briar,
13
don't
decks?
look so pleased.
Oh!
Damn it.
Right. So you both fail. And he's placing it closer to himself, closer to the underneath of the rock here itself. And it's not as bad as it was before, right? It's not as strong. He only has one slot of that. But-
Okay, something else.
Oh, but shit. Take 11 points of damage.
11?
Both of
yeah,
them?
That's...
Yep. And
So
you're both
sorry,
going to be prone.
Is the damage actually, like, from the spell, or is it, like, that it breaks up the ground and that does...
It's from the spell, as far as I can tell. So
Okay.
we'll read it up on it if it makes sense.
Yeah, someone was asking in chat. Yeah. Seems to me like it's from a spell, it's presumably magical damage.
Yeah. It is going to be... it's bludgeoning damage, actually.
It is bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
It's just like from magic weapons beat my DR. I don't know about spell probably.
And
Unfortunately, it makes a big difference because I'd have 6 more hit points if I was DRing it, but otherwise I'm unconscious. But I think I'm unconscious.
oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, I moved the world on you.
Yep.
How do I do this? Okay, so I want to go like this and that. So what happens as that force goes off, knocks you both prone, you take some damage. It sort of shoves him and the rock that he's on away. It hits the wall over here, It sort of just like bounces off a bit.
Okay, I
he's
can't
like-
see any of that because you
We-
still have the vision
We can't
blockers.
see any of that. I have no idea
Yeah.
where he's at now. He's
Again,
gone.
it's one of those situations. Now that we're like in the room, if you could
Yeah.
just remove all those vision blockers, it would be much better.
Oh, right here. You mean that one? I didn't
All the
realize
ones
that
on
was
the
in
all the
way.
ones on the rocks inside the room, because we can generally tell what's going on in
Okay.
the room. I
Yeah.
think
Now
it's,
these on that
Yeah,
one.
because we're weaving and bobbing. I mean, you'd be able to see around all the time.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go for that. Although I do like having some amount of vision that can't be seen or cast through, due to the fact just for ranged vision, right? But he is pretty tall. You know what? He's actually taller than the rock there. So what I'll do is I will get rid of this one as well. There you go.
Yeah, my feat specifically says from non-magical weapons, so it's not talking about spells.
Yeah. Okay, that's the way it goes. Very
So
good.
I am
Says,
unconscious.
blast it away. Now what? What's happening?
Whose turn is it?
It's Lasan's turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have
Oh, wait,
to
is it?
step
No,
up
no,
a
it's
bit
not
and
Lasan's
make-
turn.
No,
It's,
we
Tal's
were
turn.
going Taolis on
Yeah.
Eric.
Okay.
There we go.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here, partially to have cover, but partially to mostly put some distance between myself and Eric
Okay.
and Lasan, so that we can't just get AoE'd like that again. And I will pull out the wand of magic missiles.
Yeah.
And we'll go with
That's
that.
right.
I want to use my my melee attacks first because I had power points, and in theory I could have done more damage, although that didn't actually pay off.
I forgot you had that.
So did I.
Oh.
Oh, you evil blighter. He gets us to level 2 and he's trying to kill us.
He's
Well,
working
it
pretty
was
hard
a
at it.
Short game, guys. We got through five days.
All
10
right,
points of
so
magic missile damage.
10 points of damage. Okay, so what happens is these missiles arc from your wand and stream unerringly straight at him, and it seems like it comes right at him. And actually, does that? Let me make sure.
Actually, you know what? I'd rather be. I
I
think
have to check
here.
up on something because I'm not sure if it does. Although I could just ask you guys, because I'm pretty sure you already know. Shield. Does that block magic missile?
I believe that's one of its purposes. Yeah.
It sure does in previous editions. I assume it does.
I'll pull up the player's handbook real quick. Is that what he did last time? Probably.
Just to make sure, because if it blocks magic missile,
Shield.
I know it goes into his next turn when he acts again. That's when it.
So, cast time, one reaction, yeah. Which you take when you're hit by an attack or targeted by a magic missile spell.
Yeah.
Until the start of your next turn, you have +5 bonus to AC, including against triggered attack, and you take no damage from magic missiles.
All right, so the magic missile.
On the other hand, it's burning spell slots.
Yeah.
So I may continue to magic missile him, actually.
Okay. But yeah, the magic missiles arc out and it's just like boom, 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 and as the explosions, the little mini explosions of light happen, of force happen right in front of him. He stands there undeterred. He's just looking at you, starting to smile. Okay. Now, what do we have? We have Tal's move. That's good, and then we have Lasan. Lasan.
Just going to take a step around to make sure I don't hit my friend here, and
It's easy not to hit
wait.
me. I'm on the ground.
oh, you're okay. Okay.
Also,
he's down.
you know he's currently shielded until the start of his next turn.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
it's possible that shooting him is maybe not as good as
It's a lot-
healing Eric.
Trying to heal her. Okay. So the
Yeah,
shield sticks around for a bit. Well,
Yeah,
then
you have
Yeah,
+5
you,
to
could,
his
you
AC.
still could hit him, but it's much harder. So if you're gonna do a heal, this would probably actually be the
let's
time.
take. It's a good time for it.
Because I think he had a 17 AC before, so I think now he's got like a 22.
Yeah.
So that's pretty brutal.
These would do you the best. Where's the other one? Do. Well, we'll try this one and see. And
Ooh,
8.
that's pretty good.
Okay.
So you do start from 0 in this, so I just literally go to 8 hit points, which is good.
Oh God.
Interestingly enough, seeing that, he stops smiling. Like he was smiling at Tao, and then he looks over, and he makes this face at Lasan, like, really, really. Right. At least that's the way I feel. Anyway, who is it now? That's Lasan's turn. Okay, we're gonna go to Eric then. Eric, you get to go. Really?
Instead of a death save, I get to stand up. That's a bonus. So, how do I turn off that symbol? Oh, whatever.
So
Doesn't matter.
what's gonna
So I stand up, but he's far away, though. It's inconvenient. I only have so many things to throw. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna. So I stand up, and you can break up your move and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take my crowbar and I'm gonna use my like spell thing again. Or it's not really likely to work on him either.
I didn't say it. I'll leave it. Shoot.
It's not like I have anything much good I can do. I don't actually have any spell slots lying around. Oh, that's what I can do. Okay, that's not totally useless. Okay, so Eric stands up, and oops, I should measure that 15 feet again. There. And yeah, so I'm gonna stand up, and I just extend my finger and point at him.
You bad man.
You're pointing at me?
Point at him. And I'm gonna cast True Strike, which is a concentration spell. So if I take damage, I have to make a concentration check or something. But since this is a crappy round to attack him anyway,
yeah,
I'm gonna cast True Strike, and that means I'll have advantage if I attack him next turn.
Okay, advantage on your next turn. Chemical crash.
Advantage on my first attack against him on my next turn. It has a lot of limitations.
Okay.
Normally, like, if I could attack him, it would be better to just attack him this turn and then also attack the next turn. Because if I hit both times, I would do damage twice instead of... But since I can't get to him, this is the perfect time to use the True Strike.
Yeah, makes sense.
And once I do that, I'm going to move over here behind this rock, even though it seems unlikely to actually help out that much.
Yeah, from his vantage... Well, I don't know. From his vantage point, I'll give you cover.
If the rock's 10 feet tall, I'm sure I can get out of his line of sight. I'm just more concerned that they're going to move anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, yeah. The actual rock that he's standing on is actually still in motion. It's actually moving just a bit still. It's just not.
Okay. Okay. So if they're still moving around, then maybe I don't want to be quite that close because they're gonna like run into each other. Yeah. I'll move out to where I'm more in the open and by the wall. Actually, I'll move over to by this like skeleton case thing. I'm sure that's totally safe. But if I'm next to the wall, I'm much less likely to get hit if the rocks are like sliding around.
Okay.
So hey, point to him and is like, get down here.
You kind of see it in his face where he doesn't really want to come close to you. You have the plague as far as he's concerned right now. Wait, where's my guy? Why is he no longer in the turn order?
It just assumed he's lost.
Right.
Yep. He's dead already.
I know why, because I put him into the, instead of the token, I put him onto the map, so I can move him and the map pieces around at the same time. Okay, he's still on a 15, we know that. And he usually goes just after Eric. Eric just went, so it's not his go. He looks very angrily at Lasan. Because, this is a pestering that will not stand. He sees when you heal him, and he stands up and runs as if all of what the rock just didn't matter. And he points at you. And he's like, no. And, actually, do you have a... let's see. Oh, I have to roll it to hit, is that right? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Constitution saving throw. Alright, so make a Constitution saving throw. Save DC 13.
Shoot.
Roll better than I've been rolling. There.
Alright, that's pretty good.
20!
They keep giving the hard con check. I don't like that.
All right,
con checks are bad.
Still. Where is it? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Alright, so where is it? Oh, I have one here. Good. Alright, here we go.
I'm good at con saves, but I've been rolling so bad, I still would not have made either.
Yeah, the rolls.
Alright, I'm glad you made your save.
Me too.
So that's...
Actually.
Take 20 points of damage. Save for half.
Okay, so you take 10.
As thunder just sort of surrounds you. It's like a thunderclap right in your face. Boom! But instead of being completely taken over by it, you somehow just shake it off. The damage that was going to like ring true in your head and your ears and your vision, everything was going to get really nasty. But
What
yeah,
the hell was that?
take 10 points of damage.
He has the ability to do 20 points of damage in one attack.
At level
20
2.
points, and it probably would have done something else if you failed to save.
Yeah.
Wow.
It would have done.
Like,
Well,
you're
it would have done at least 20 points of damage.
He's doing 2d6 or 3d6 and knocking prone in an area. That's just not
I would like to say I also rolled really well. So, like, really well.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so that's 10 points of damage. That's his turn, and he continues to, let's go back to this version here. And he continues to sort of ride the waves, man. Dude. Cool.
Surfing rocks, man.
He just disappears again.
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
there's
is
another rock
this
that
is
you
why,
get.
like, the line of sight.
You got to get rid of this black
Yeah.
stuff.
I
Because
feel
we
like
can't even see
when
this
we're
stuff.
in the room, you gotta get rid of the line of sight. You can see all this stuff, but it's-
Honestly, I don't think you should be doing line of sight inside of rooms like this, and or one of those forest scenes, because the trees and stuff. Like our characters can peek and things, and it ends up looking really completely busted up on our screens. I
Okay.
think if you're gonna do it, it'd more like fog of war busting, but not necessarily line of sight breaking.
Okay. I know for a fact, though, because it's also kind of dark in here, and it has to rely on your vision as well. The things do
Oh,
get in the
there's
way, and it's there specifically for ranged. It really
Right,
it's
but
there
I
for
mean, we
range.
can still figure that out.
Right.
yeah.
Okay. That's true. All right. There, I took it all out.
We should have lots of light with the orb following me around.
It is now Tal's go.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know where Tao was. You were in a black spot. I didn't even know. I couldn't.
Yeah,
no
Tao was
idea.
hiding from the rest of the party.
Yeah, there's a lot of that was going on. You're
Yeah.
describing where there was a guy and I couldn't see from where I was from the door. Yeah.
Now
So,
there's some times I'm taking shots and I didn't even know where he was. It's just like, okay, I guess I can reach him. So, go ahead.
I'm trying to decide. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of hit points, but I'm wondering if, like, running up there and just meleeing him may be better than magic missiling him. I mean, he is going to run out of spell slots. Every time I magic missile him and he blocks, that burns one of his level 1 slots.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still okay. And he's probably going to shield every round anyway because you guys are ranging him. I don't think
We're
you
gonna hit him
can
with
shield the
somehow.
melee stuff, but I think you can always shield the
Good
range
point.
stuff. So I guess I should go up and melee him. It might be, this might be the end of the stuff, but
Shield works on anything.
does it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Like the AC is just
Nice.
normal AC.
Briar the Bear Shaman. Interesting name. I like it. Just gave us a donation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. And Chemical Crash, thank you
Oh,
for
it's hit by any attack. Yeah. All right then. I will just magic missile him and then hide behind this rock.
Right. So,
So-
Since that particular rock's not moving yet.
the magic missiles, again, swarm out unerringly towards their target. And he goes to throw up another force field. You can
And he's
tell, it's
running
the
out.
same motion that he did before. He goes to do it. And then realizes,
Is he out?
Nice.
how much damage does this do?
a lot. We
3D,
hope.
3d4 plus 3.
Yeah.
Big.
Oh.
8.
Alright. So,
And
yes.
one die.
He notices that he's out. His eyes go wide, and they just go boom, boom, boom. And, yeah, he takes 8 points of damage. And he staggers a bit, or if he would stagger, he doesn't actually stagger. Oop, I didn't do enough. There we go.
It's on.
And he sort of like
Finish
staggers
it.
backwards a bit, and he
So-
almost seems like he's gonna fall off of the rock that he's on. Just this is just for flavor, right? He almost seems like he's gonna fall off, and except the stone that he's standing on seems to like harden and crawl up his legs and pull him back forward. I'm standing upright.
Ah.
What?
The fuck?
Earthbending.
So that's your turn, Tal. Very good. Lasan.
So he doesn't have a shield now, so this is a good time to shoot. Yay! It all works out.
Can I make it this far? Like, some kind of cover before I shoot him?
The room's actually not as big as it looks because they're only like half-size squares.
Yeah.
So I can't see where you're pointing, but I'm guessing yes.
Okay, then I will try to shoot from there and hope, please fall down. Big number. Big, think bigger.
Yes.
27.
Whoa.
So yeah,
You got it.
Die.
this arrow, just as it's released, the string quivers, boom, 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 and then the arrow just seems like waver, heading straight for him, and
I was gonna say, I don't know how you do non-lethal damage to the bow, but technically you could choose. But I don't know how you do non-lethal damage to the bow. So
yeah, it catches him right in the neck. All signs, and his actual he starts to stagger backwards to fall again, and then the ground just seems to stop him and grab his legs again. He stands right back up, and he can't fall down. But his head
he's
drops.
just ragdolled in
But he
place.
can die, right?
Yeah, and his head just drops as he takes his life his few last moments, and he looks back up and he looks at you again, and he's just like, and just drops his head for the final time.
Ah.
Okay.
The rocks are still floating.
Yeah, the rocks are still floating. Everything in here is still the same, except for the one that he was riding. I mean, the one that he was riding is still floating, mind you. Except, interestingly enough, right? We're gonna take him and we're gonna put him back to here. This is what happens for the next 12
People are
seconds.
saying the music is way too loud. I don't hear any music, but
Okay.
apparently it's really loud.
Right. So I will bring down. There we go. Right. So I lowered the music there. Hopefully that works. Sorry, guys. And yeah. So this is what happens for the next 12 seconds. Boom. 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 And it comes to rest there. It just slowly, it doesn't even hit the wall. It just sort of like just glides to a stop. And he's still standing on top of it. Not exactly very life. Doesn't have much life going on there.
Yeah, if he's still standing there, I'm still concerned. I'm gonna take out my like crowbar and I'm gonna reach up there and like attack where his feet are.
You're gonna go
Strike or
Gordon
whatever.
Freeman.
And I'm gonna try and attack his feet around where like the rocks are holding him up, right? And then since if he's actually dead, then you don't need to roll and stuff. I like presumably hit there, then I can use my bonus action to grapple him, and pull him down,
Right.
pull his ass down here, which may or may not work because
Yeah.
the rocks are trying to stop.
As you hit him on the feet with the thing, there's just like a flop, flop, flop. And as you start to reach up to grapple him, there's no resistance to the grapple check, except for when you start to try to move him. He doesn't move. The rock seems to go up against his legs again. Seems to like persist even though he's dead. Whatever was going on there seems to persist even though he's dead. You can't seem to get him off the top of this stone.
I'm just sort of like pulling on his legs. I'm just like hanging off it almost.
We'll
Ah.
cut his legs off.
So yeah, he's still up there.
He's really in there.
Yeah.
Lasan, do you have a band-aid for me? I have
Yes,
a
I
boo-boo.
do.
A really
yeah.
bad
Boo-boos.
boo-boo.
As soon as everybody's done chattering here,
Whatever. I'll like.
we'll get
I'll
you
climb,
started.
I'll climb up on the. Oh yeah, now I
nice.
get 20.
Okay.
I'll climb up on the rocks and start checking his equipment and stuff.
All right.
He's like, hey, you
Oh.
okay? You're not okay. Okay.
Only 7 with that. I can do another one on you. You need more than that, don't you?
Well, I'm at
Tau?
12 of 17 now. I don't know if it's worth spending a spell. I'd probably hold off.
Okay.
So that was the
Yeah.
encounter that you guys you did really good,
Yeah.
mind you. Really, really
Look
good.
at that, like half. So, yeah.
I am quite proud that I took down the tank, though. I
You
took down the
need-
tank. That makes me happy. Once.
Well, you
at
almost
least.
took all of us down. Like,
Yeah.
I was at basically nothing. If Lasan had failed her save, she would have gone down.
Yeah.
9
that's-
for you there,
good.
Eric.
It was close. Things could have gone
Awesome.
really badly.
It's close
Very
enough.
good.
Yes, they really, really could have gotten really bad.
Yep.
That was horrifying. Ah.
The rock is evil. Kill the rock. Mortality 34. Very good. So yeah, as you go to pilfer the body, you're pilfering the body right now.
Yep.
Demonite.
I'm up there on the rock.
So Eric sort of like starts, patting down the body that he is quite sure is completely dead. And
Yeah.
the actual robes that he had on seemed like normal robes. Like they're just normal looking robes now. Even while he was alive, if they stopped moving, they sort of like hardened up, it seemed. But right now, they're just flimsy robes.
Okay.
And what you find on his body, upon searching it, is find it there. Okay, so you reach inside of his cloak there, and on his person, like a satchel that was sort of like a leather satchel that was to the side of his body there. You pull out 4 of these metal bars, like foot-long spindles of iron. They sort of like lapped over there. They look like 4-sided pyramids joined at the base, and they're rather long, yeah. And actually, that's basically it. You pull them out off of him there, yeah.
Weird.
Does anybody have any knowledge of like trade, anything like that?
Well, I grew
It's
up.
usually not a knowledge skill in 5th, I don't think.
It's probably just intelligence.
Make an
I
intelligence
mean, I
check
grew up
then.
with a sea trading family, merchant family.
Okay, yeah. You know what? That's good enough. Upon you see it. Was that good enough? No. Can you
No.
make the intelligence roll, Tao?
For the mental well, for int and wisdom anyway, I always just use the save because I have no bonus to the save, so it's much easier to access on the character sheet.
Yeah.
If it's a stat I actually have a bonus in, then I'll go and find the thing.
Very good. So Tao, you are quite certain that you've seen these bars before. And to you're pretty sure they are trade bars from Mirabar.
Oh yeah, you would know that. You grew up with that stuff.
No, I didn't grow up in
there?
Mirabar, but yeah, with some of the
But
trade.
with trade, yeah, you've seen the
Yeah.
trade.
So these are basically like currency.
Yep.
Like they're not just worth the metal; they're currency.
Yeah, and in fact, you remember getting your hands on some when you were a kid there, and you really loved them, not because of the fact that they were currency, but because when you struck them, they made this wonderful little sound, this little... It was like a great sound when you struck them. Against each other.
Important
even
question:
better.
how much are they worth?
Roughing in, I think they're about 5 gold pieces each.
Oh,
But
it seems like a really inconvenient form of currency. Then it's huge. You could just have 5 coins in your hand.
And they're made of iron, so they could actually be used for something useful.
Yeah.
Yep.
And thank you for the donation.
Mm-hmm. We have Vanalator, which needs to be centered. There we go. Put that back there. Okay.
So he doesn't have anything else on him. He doesn't have any documents. I guess we could look around the room and check the skeleton tables
Yeah, we have
and
to
stuff
look
like that.
around here.
'Cause-
Yeah, you can definitely take a look around. On him, yeah, there doesn't seem to be much. He doesn't have anything else really on him. And I will go ahead and forego a lot of rolling there, because I'm guessing you guys are going to spend as much time as you want, really, in here, searching around. Interestingly enough, if you go and search the skeletons that you see upon the slabs, the tables there,
Yeah.
every single one of these skeletons, they don't really have anything next to them or on them, but every single one of them have really nasty looking injuries to
Forehead.
Yeah, to their head or to the shoulder, like crushed rib cages, like really big dents in the skull, or basically skull pieces like sort of removed. And when it comes to like wisdom checks, and if anybody wants to do a wisdom check, it's pretty simple.
Strength
It's not
wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's plenty good. That's
Okay,
plenty good.
you can do that.
You all are you just quite aware of the fact that these look like
But
you
they
know,
got crushed by floating rocks.
they looked like basically what could have been miners, and they all died
Yeah.
sort of like working, in fact.
Oh, the quarry people.
Yeah,
Huh.
they look like people who have died from massive bludgeoning wounds from what could only be, honestly, at the size of these injuries.
Are
big
there
boulders or
dwarves
something that
then?
cave in.
They're
No,
dwarves?
interestingly enough, they're human. They are human, actually.
How can we tell
How
how,
old do
long
they
they've
look?
been dead? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Do a knowledge medicine. You could probably do something with that. And it's not going to be a big save DC, but I'm saying 12. Easily done.
17.
Okay, so you're pretty sure they've been here. Actually, don't have a thing for that. I really have a thing for that. They've been here probably for the last 150 years.
Oh, okay.
So not super long. This entire area, this facility, obviously has been here for a lot longer than that. So what happened in here is you know, you don't really know. But obviously they were miners. You're quite sure. And in fact, these could also be the Delvers that you heard about. Maybe these are the Delvers, or were the Delvers dwarves? Still a thing.
I would like to check all the walls for like secret doors or something.
Absolutely. To the right down here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you got the 20. That was pretty good. Right down here. I'll just scan that.
Really?
Did you guys see it pinged? Yeah. So right
Yeah,
there,
absolutely.
you see next, just beyond the broken femur and everything of the bone, there is a mechanism, a little mechanism in the wall just beyond, and yeah, it's a little mechanism.
All right. I
And
poke
you click
it.
it. You poke the mechanism. All right. So what happens is,
I'm sure it's completely safe.
Yeah.
there it is.
Ah.
Opens up a pathway.
Ooh.
A passage, and yeah, so you can go sneaking and peeking around through there if you want. You can go right through,
Yep. Very carefully.
I'll
Has
take
it.
I'll take a femur.
and quite easily
And
you
a
start to
rock.
realize, because on the other side of here is daylight. Well, not daylight. Sorry, it's night. It's nighttime still, but you can see a way out of here. There's a way out of here, to which is very unmistakable as the quarry.
This is the other way into
Right.
that tunnel we found.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we knew there was another way in, so
What was going
Good.
to happen if you guys didn't actually manage to kill LaRock? As soon as he bounced his way over here, he was going to run. He was going to go
Oh,
right
yeah.
outside of there. Unfortunately, he didn't actually make it due to an arrow in the
Aw,
neck.
That's so bad.
And now
Aw.
he's probably going to be eternally standing.
I used to be a cultist like you until I took an arrow to the neck.
Exactly. So yeah, you guys can just leave out that way if you like.
We have an
Well,
old
we
man
have to
tied
pick
up.
up the guy that we
Excuse
left.
me?
Okay, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll bring him over. You
Villager.
guys go and you grab the old guy.
Yeah.
I'll bring him over. I'll drop him
And
off
we're
in
just
the
gonna
abyss
we're
right
just
now.
gonna lead him out of here and out of the quarry, and we're gonna go to
shit.
the constable.
Oops. I
Yeah, I guess
no,
we
no,
gotta
no, no, no.
report something.
Yeah, Ventilator has it right.
Sorry.
He says no recurring villains.
I accidentally resized him. He is not gigantic. He is not coming to eat you. I can't resize him down again. So anyway, yeah, he's leaving
It's
out
okay.
by the way of you guys, I guess, following behind him.
Okay.
And he's out now. Okay, so you guys are going back to the outside. Very good. The quarry that is there. And yeah, there's a lot of commotion still going on outside. You can still hear it. People, like it's nighttime, right? People normally are asleep at this time. But there is a lot of commotion going on outside with a sinkhole and of course bodies being found. There's a lot.
Right, in town, not in the
In
quarry.
town. Not in the
not in
quarry.
the quarry. You can
In
hear
town.
it, just motion. You can hear the sounds, the ambience, if you will, around the town, doing some crazy things. Yeah, so that's what you hear. And we are going to take a break. It has been an hour.
God, that goes fast.
It does. And we have, just so everybody knows, after the quick break, we have roughly another hour or so before we call an end to this. It's going to be a shorter stream due to
Little
the
bit.
fact that we have an ARC server opening up for Kiss for Luck. So giving her enough time to also make sure that all the kinks are worked out so that when her live stream goes, everything should be in order and people can just have fun on the ARC server. It's going to be quite awesome. But yeah.
Did you want to come play Demonac?
That could be that.
I probably should be doing other stuff. Also, I don't have art.
We'll be right back, everybody. Moments.
Alright.
Grab some beverage, coffee, that sort of thing.
Beverage. Whew.
Well, very good then. We have returned. Greetings, everybody. We are coming right back at you with some more D&D 5th edition action. We're gonna get that FaceTime Continuum happening right now. Faces. Hello, welcome back. Right. So you guys have survived, albeit barely. There was some very interesting save rolls. I can imagine that you guys were sweating some bullets, but it's okay. Unfortunately for him, he went on the full offensive instead of a full defensive, which he could have done. He ran out of spell slots for his shield, and therefore he ended up dying with an arrow in the neck. Very good. So yeah, what do you guys want to do from here?
Well, we're bringing tied up what's his name to the constable, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Baragusta.
And hope the constable isn't part of the group.
No. Baragustas told you the name of the people. Specifically the.
Well, he told us some. Yeah.
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 There's 3 in particular that are of note. There's more people, and they're all sort of like high prominent members of, sort of patriarchs, not just patriarchs, but mostly patriarchal.
Yeah.
Of the prominent families in Red Larch. So there's a lot of scandal. You're getting that feeling. There's a lot of scandal going on. However, you're also getting that idea that the believers are, so they like to call themselves, they aren't so much evil as sort of misguided. And with that knowledge, especially with LaRock, who you deem have been kind of bad, maybe everything will be fine. But I don't know.
We learned.
Yeah, LaRock wasn't a local. He just showed up from somewhere and sort of took over this group, right?
Yeah. You're quite certain of that. You've never seen LaRock before. LaRock is where did he come from? Well, we don't really know.
We won the fight, but we learned surprisingly little. Like we got a lot out of this guy, but
it's almost like he might have been able to say something.
Well, you described the arrow in the neck immediately before we could say anything about non-lethal. So it's like, well, now that's canon now.
I
We were
like
just
that
going to
better,
shoot him in the leg.
No. The thing is though, there will be time to get more information. It just so happens that this guy is not going to be the one to give it to you. Right. So you guys are exiting back out to Red Larch. So let's go ahead and get.
But speaking of the dude, I realize we can't bring his whole body because apparently he's encased in stone. But do we want to do something like bring his head? Or just leave it?
It's up to you guys. Typically, you're quite certain, especially with a full-blown investigation going to happen. You're sure a full-blown investigation is going to happen. They will be down here. They will see for themselves.
Can we just
bring
send the constable in?
So that guy didn't have any holy symbols or anything on him.
I know,
if he's
nothing.
a priest.
Well, no, he has the holy symbol. He has the cultist symbols. He's got that several times on him. In fact, he's even got it tattooed on his flesh.
Okay, well, I don't care about his tattoos, but you said the only thing he had on him were those currency things. But, certainly he must have personal items and religious items and things like that, which we will be grabbing.
Yeah, you didn't see anything really on him of that nature, no. Unless, of course, you're quite sure, obviously, he doesn't just live off the stone? Well, you don't really know, but maybe that is possible. But
he doesn't have a holy symbol we can grab.
No.
Oh, okay.
You can take one of the patches of the symbol on his clothing, but you can't really.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have cut that out.
Okay.
By the way,
And when we
figure out that we have an exit here, Eric puts back the femur.
No.
What was that? Sorry.
When we figure out that we're at an exit here and we're actually leaving, Eric puts back the femur.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So, right. So you put back the femur. All right, to close the exit. Close the exit then.
No, just put it back with the body, like bro, because it's really
close. Right. Okay, you're not trying to close the door or anything. You're just trying to.
I don't want to carry this around for like a weapon in town.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be very humorous.
And when we get back into town, I will be like sort of skulking back and not being with the group, right? Staying to the shadows.
Yeah.
Kind of stay out of sight.
Which brings the question: what is your first objective? Is your first objective to? I would imagine. Go get the constable. At least try to find the constable. The constable is obviously going to be somewhere in Red Larch with all this going on.
While we're walking with the old fellow, he's just a villager. We're walking back into town with him. I'm going to ask him if he'd heard anything about Lance Rock. If their group has any connection to if that's another holy site for them, if they have heard anything about that, if their leader here, the rock guy, La Rock, good
Rock.
job, had mentioned anything about a Lord of Lance Rock, any kind
And the Medusa.
and the Medusa, yeah,
or
good one.
Marlos.
I keep forgetting we saw that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. No. And as before, he really likes you. He knows that he's sort of like got mixed in with the wrong group of people he feels right now. I mean, there were the right group of people for a while, but yeah, he has to admit quite openly to himself that things have changed recently and not really for the better. It seems kind of dark and insidious the way things have gone recently.
Yeah, he seemed like he didn't like it either.
Yeah,
so.
no. In fact, he tells you the 3 names of the people that were responsible specifically for bringing in, whether or not they actually killed them, bringing in those 3 individuals that you saw in the hallway.
The bodies.
The Rock himself is the one who also carved the symbol into the skull of those 3 bodies.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. That was
So
the
it
Rock.
was the Hatherhands, the Harbucklers, and the Galker, or Rothan, Bargustus,
Yeah. So
and Marlando.
yes, exactly. What that translates to is the barber. Because the barber, everybody knows he's kind of weird anyway. Not exactly a very forthcoming guy. The barber, the quarry owner, the owner of this quarry that you guys are walking out into, the one that also gave a hard time to his worker, the one that fired the work
Yeah.
and all that jazz. That one, as well as, if I remember correctly, find it. There's also, oh yes, the wagon worker there, the wagon smith. Wagon worker.
That's where the
Wagon
ladder
truck
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Where the
got to
ladder
track down
goes,
his kid and what's going on there.
And in fact, yeah, he was one of the people that Baragustus will say out openly, drug the bodies into the main chamber there to be carved on, if you will. So.
Okay, so Bargustus is the old guy we're talking to. Rothan Hatherhand is the barber. Am I getting these right? I don't remember.
Marlandro Galker is the
Galker.
barber.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And the wagon master is Ilmith.
Ilmith Waver. Yeah, Welver. Yeah.
Okay.
These are really hard names. If only I had made
Yeah.
these up, I would slap
All right.
myself right now because they're really, really difficult to remember. I like Joe and Bob and Gary. It's a lot
Timmy.
easier.
Little Timmy.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, and you were mentioning specifically about Lance Rock. We have like Baragustus. When you say Lance Rock, yeah, he's quite familiar with Lance Rock, right? He knows about Lance Rock. He doesn't know anything else. Like what you're saying there about undead and because I'm guessing that you're explaining that to him.
Yeah.
Knows
Might as
nothing of that. Has no clue what you're talking about. And you can roll an insight check if you want,
Bloody hell. Well, I suppose it can't hurt. I mean,
just to kind of get that little bit out of the way. And yeah, you're certain. You're quite certain that he's not telling you a story. He knows about Lance Rock. Yes, of course, it's a geological monument thing.
Yeah,
Knows a story,
okay.
a history
Landmark.
about the fact that it was a dragon that dropped it. That actual piece of granite
and
that's
this
there
rock guy
dropped it.
never mentioned anything. There was never a comment that indicated if he'd come from Waterdeep or from the east, or he never said anything about where he came from or how he showed up here.
Who in specific?
The Rock.
The Rock.
Rock.
Right. No, he doesn't know where La Rock came from. In fact, he's been part of the Believers. He's one of the earlier followers of the Believers. A lot of these other kids, they're adults obviously, but they're new, right? They haven't been around nearly as long as part of the Believers as he's been. Right? He's been there for a long time.
Okay.
And he just walked in one day for one of the meetings, and there was La Rock. Like the hell, like. And they have their meetings. They usually have their meetings right here in this chamber with all these floating rocks. Right?
Yeah, I figured.
That's where they had their meetings.
So the Believers just got taken over by all these like tea partiers. They're like rock party.
Yeah, and yeah, he sort of like played in on their fear. He seemed like a very charismatic guy. Even though
And the rocks
a
have
bit
always been floaty, even before he showed up.
Yes. Yeah, the
Yes,
rocks have always been like that. They never
what-
moved either. That was the thing. They've always been there, and it was kind of neat. You know, obviously mystical forces or whatever was going on. They didn't understand that, but they never moved. They never touched the rocks. They never moved or anything. And then, yeah, the Rock comes in and you know, he shows up, and then all of a sudden, he shows up a few days after the Rock started moving, able to explain the messages, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
right.
Okay.
So there's that.
Alrighty, so we'll head back. You know what? I mean, the old guy
Yeah.
can go home as far as I'm concerned. We'll just go to the constable.
Well, no, we should bring old guy because he can tell constable what he told us. right?
Okay.
Right.
There you
Old
go.
guy is evidence.
Yeah, it definitely is. And there is the idea that you might want to hurry it up just in the off chance that other, you know, believers want to make a run for it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It could be that. There's going to be a whole roundup thing. And in fact, in the weeks that go by, just to kind of give you guys an idea, if you want to stick around in Red Larch to catch runners, you could do that. But then again, they've got actual guards for that. That's whatever you want to
Okay. Okay,
Um,
let's go.
do. Okay, so you're going to go
Constable.
find the constable.
Constable time.
It's easy
Yeah.
to find
Go
the
to butcher
constable.
shop.
Yeah, you ask about the town, you're like, oh, the constable, this, that. They tell you exactly where the constable. Thank you for that donation, John Cena. Right, okay, $2.25. Thank you very much. Right,
I
so
understand that.
yeah, everybody seems to be able to point to the constable. The constable is primarily caught up with the murders outside the I want to say brothel for some reason. That's indeed not it. The
Boarding house.
boarding house. Thank you. It starts with a B. Jesus. Obviously, I come up
Okay.
with brothel. Anyway, so there's that. And yeah, you guys can go there and you can tell him
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
While he's
Okay.
investigating the kills that we did.
Right.
What was that, Quill?
While he's investigating the kills that we were responsible for.
There's that. And you can tell him that you're responsible for it, and you can tell him why.
Well, they
And you have
did attack
evidence and
us.
everything.
They did attack us.
He started it.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
And we think they're probably responsible for the big cave-in here. At least we're going to say that at the very
Oh, the
least.
sinkhole.
Totally. Oh God. Anyway, yeah. I guess we're gonna have to tell him.
Also,
Is there anything we're not telling him?
yeah, there's that. You might, yeah. How much do you really? Because this is,
Yeah.
I know, also a role
Yeah,
playing
that
bit,
first.
but seriously, what exactly do you want to say? Because, oh, you could just you could.
Okay,
divulge
how about-
everything.
I mean, we could just say, you know, we've got this old guy with cave in. That, you know, we went down to investigate. We saved a child. We found this old guy.
Yeah.
There was a necromancer or some evil magic guy, whatever name you want to put on it.
Right.
Attacked us.
Romancer.
And
He's
I
romancing
hope
stone.
rock romancer. A rock
Oh no!
I don't know. Do we mention the boarding house at all?
It might help his investigation, and if you guys don't feel guilty at all, I mean,
On the one hand, our story sounds better if we didn't do that. On the other hand, it would save him wasting a lot of time on that.
True.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well,
All
Lasan,
right.
you should get a feel for like how
Okay.
he's feeling about these men being killed. You know, if he's like, well, these guys are all just like out of towners, mercenaries. You know,
They
troublemakers
did attack
probably.
us. We were
Cultists.
just walking
Yeah,
by.
it was
the building.
it was self-defense.
It was self-defense. They did attack us. So, you know, okay, we'll tell him. Let's just tell him.
also,
I've
Tal,
known
are you still in your garb, or are you?
No,
As I said, I was skulking back and
Looking off.
sort of hiding.
Okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're competent enough. They're not even looking for you. So that's good. Okay, so
All right.
Eric and the son, you're going forth, and that's the information that you want to
Yeah,
tell
we're
him.
just going to come clean. Yeah, it was self-defense. Those
Right.
guys attacked us first. So, through the
Okay.
window.
Well,
They
when
come
you start
charging
telling
out
him
and
about the
attack.
actual murder, like he looks at you, he trusts you a lot, right? Probably more than he should, but then again, at the very same time,
Somebody fell on their knives.
he's a veteran, right? He's seen a lot of like untrustworthy people. You don't
He's pretty
seem like
solid,
an
this
untrustworthy
guy, right?
person, right?
Yeah, he's pretty solid. Okay.
Yeah, and
Like, straight up honest, gets the job done.
yeah.
Okay.
And he actually, at this point, he actually thanks you for telling him about what happened here with these particular, because he could not for the life of him figure. It's like, yeah, okay, so these guys they wander in, as people do with boarding houses. They wander in, they leave, or whatever. So these guys have been here for a while, though. When he was questioning the owner of the boarding house, normally people come in, they leave. These guys have been here for a while.
And
First
what
of
have
all.
they been doing in town? I mean, they're not here to be merchants or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's
This
kinda
is the first
suspect.
time he's heard of it. In fact, he thought it was odd that the owner of the boarding house didn't say anything about it. And when questioned, she didn't seem to give him any reason that she would be in on something. But you guys can question her if you want. There is basically, you mentioned he has seen the interesting symbol, the little bowl, whatever symbol that goes on there for the Earth cultists. He doesn't know about Earth cultists, but you tell him that you can find more, he will definitely he's gonna go down into. He doesn't know anything about this quarry, this underground thing.
Okay.
But he's gonna go and check that out with his guards.
Alrighty. And we'll give him the names of the people we've been
that's the
told
thing,
about.
because we have the old man, and he can testify to all these people who were involved in stuff.
Yeah, they put him in custody. Yeah, they like the custom that they give people when they tie their hands up is usually behind their back. But he likes Baragustus. He's known Baragustus for a long time, so he doesn't really do that to him. Instead, he just sort of like leads him by the hand and passes him off to another guard, and the guard takes care of him from there. So
It
Because
doesn't
the
seem like
believer-
much of a threat.
The believers themselves have not been an issue until this guy arrived, and these three leaders sort of said, "Let's go off into the sort of dark side of things," right?
yeah.
Exactly.
The believers were just another church, like it wasn't or another religion.
Well, that's
or,
just it. It was very because when
whatever.
you say believers, he doesn't know what you're talking about.
okay.
Right. Like, apparently it's super secret. They did a really good job of keeping it super secret. So yeah, no, the constable didn't know anything about the believers at all. Nothing about them. So
Okay.
right.
Alright.
So anyway, the bodies are being picked up after now, since they know pretty much what happened. And interestingly enough, there's one more thing to mention. He asks you about the task that he set out for you in terms of the finding
the caravan outside town.
Oh, right.
He asked you about
That's
that.
right. I
Um,
forgot.
What about
Did we not turn in that quest after we did it?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Everything got excited and crazy. He asked you specifically. He says, and about the caravan. Did you find them? Are they okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found them. They're fine. We took their wagon to
Yeah.
what's his face. Except
The
now
evil
we know
wagon
we
man.
can't. Yeah, except now we know we can't trust him so much. But I don't know if he had anything to do with bandits. They seemed like poor bandits, just starving.
Okay. Well, and that's good enough for him. Is he takes your word, face value, and he gives you guys the bounty, the agreed upon amount.
Did we get money for this?
Yeah. No, of course you do. Yeah, no, he's asking you to do
Dude,
the job of
indeed.
a town guard. So he gives you
Oh.
enough for a week, right? Enough for a week of payment, which is for really good, and plus a bonus. So you guys get 10 gold. Not a lot.
Total?
Yeah, 10 gold total.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's a lot of living expenses.
yeah, that's exactly for an entire week of work for one job, right? So
So
there's that.
3 for me and 3 for Tao and 4 for Eric because he eats more.
I was
Absolutely.
going to say, if you consider the fact that we have 20 gold piece worth of those trade token pyramid things,
Oh,
that comes
there
up to
you go.
30, which means we can get 10 gold each between those
Right.
two things.
So yeah, you guys can adjust that right now.
Yeah.
Tal, while you're sitting there snooping about in the shadows, probably overhearing a lot of what's being said, what's your passive perception? Yeah, okay, so you catch on to it really fast.
Things
You
in
hear
the
a-
shadow.
And
I turn around and stab whatever I see.
do you really?
I turn around, draw my daggers, ready to stab whatever I see.
Right, okay.
sure
When you
it's
turn
not
around, you
actually
draw
a
your
threat,
dagger and says,
but-
ho, friend.
Cat-like reflexes.
It's the they call you friend, right? But technically you're your rivals. It's the other bakery.
Oh.
So it's a
The
Zentaran
contact
from
contract.
the
Or
Zentarim.
contact. Yeah. And they
Yeah, one of the few people not implicated in the rock conspiracy.
Yeah, these guys are totally good.
right, I know. Well, right
They're
now.
allies and all that.
I don't know
Yeah.
about totally good, but yeah.
So yeah, he says to you, he says, been busy of late?
We've been keeping occupied, yes. Do you have news for me?
Possible job. Come in to where I'm supposed to go. I don't really want to go. I mean, I kind of like making baked goods. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what that would be like.
Yeah.
Never had the inclination to be a baker.
Yeah. And he says, I will actually pay you my salary to go and if you get the chance to check out the Barge Right Inn, further to the the southeast.
I love
That's
it.
outside of town, right?
Yeah, Barge Right. Yeah, it's it's like a town. It's an inn, but it grew up around the inn.
At these crossroads. Yeah.
Apparently, it's in the interest of the Zentarum to find out what's going on there because they're losing quite a bit of coin. Shipments are coming in late, and then when things are coming in, they're not as what was on the ledgers. Things are like missing or added to, and the actual Zentarum is losing money on their venture in Barge Right Inn. And I'm supposed to go check it out.
The Zentarum own the Barge Right Inn?
Well, yeah, you know this.
Sure, of course. Totally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna roll for that. Wait a second.
And so there's some accounting irregularities.
Yeah.
We need to go over there and audit things.
Yeah, he's supposed to go there and find out. He says, obviously, discreet is as discreet as you can, because if we're going to find out what's going on, they can't know you're one of us, right?
I'm not one of you.
You say that? Okay. He looks at you and he's like, but I thought...
I'm an
That's what you
independent
get for
contractor.
thinking.
Independent contractor. Oh, well, that's even better then, right? Because then the others in Tarim wouldn't know your face. See, I had the problem of having to actually pay a mage to change my looks because they know me down there. So I don't even have to pay for that. Thank you. You're saving me a lot of money. I'll give you a little extra bonus.
How much we
I really don't want to go down there.
The most realistic form of like criminals is like, oh, I will give you extra money that was not agreed upon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, this guy will, because honestly, he knows that if he goes, it basically, he's either going to do the job well, or he will die for it. And he doesn't want to die for it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, he likes making bakery goods. Right? And also, yeah, that works out for him. So that's a little conversation that you guys have. That's something for you to decide if you want to talk to the rest of the group about later. You can. Do
I
that.
didn't hear what the payment was going to be.
Oh.
Right. Because that'll be that for expenses. For expenses and like hazard pay and everything, it's going to be a total of 200 gold. I just gave you a bonus. His little bonus that he's got going on there too.
Holy
200
cow,
bonus.
I don't
that's
know.
a lot of money.
200 gold.
Seems like a long trip to have to take out of our way. You know, I've got this other thing going on right now that's kind of interesting.
All right, make a persuasion or a diplomacy check.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, luckily-
you get advantage on it because he still does not want to go.
And luckily, I do have my my discipline of the conquering mind, so I've got the subtle sort of influence going on here. Effectively gives me proficiency. What is persuasion?
Yep.
With advantage. How about a natural 20?
Wow.
Give me that dollar.
Right.
Dala,
Okay.
dala.
With the crit. All right. Let me think this through. Okay. I'll just roll again. Is what I'll do. That's the way we'll do. Holy shit. That's not fair.
I want double.
Well, you don't. According to my dice, you don't quite get double, but you know what? Fine. I'll give you double. Right. So it'll be a total. We'll get a total of. Because you made a crit, right? It's a crit, and I did roll really high. So okay. You know what? We're fine. We will.
Oh.
Yeah, he will give you when you come back, right? You know what he'll do? He'll give you incentive now. That's what he'll do. He'll give you incentive. He's going to give you 50 gold up front.
Each.
No, it's just Tao. He's just the baker.
Yeah. So just 50 gold up front, and when you
Baker, just the
return,
widow.
or if you return, he doesn't say if. He says when you return, I would give you another 350.
350. Yeah.
Because
That's
honestly,
crazy.
he says I think it's fair because while you're gone, I stand to also make more money with the bakery. Right? It's only fair. You're saving his hide, and he's gonna get more
Sell his
money
rat
because you're
meat.
out of town anyway.
His
Right.
rat meat pies,
Yeah. That's a nice crit though. Holy shit. All right, so you guys are gonna have some money if you do this. Now, money is the only thing that's gonna really ring in true for this at the moment. So Lasan and Eric, I don't know what your interest in this would be, but maybe Tao can sort of persuade you. I don't know. But yeah, that's that.
Okay. So
What else do we
the
want to say?
constable. So the constable is going out to investigate, and we're just kind of like left alone now.
Oh, yep. So the constable goes on about his investigation. You got Lasan and Eric. You guys.
Is he sending people to deal with all those different names that we gave?
What's
like
that?
the kid's father and all that stuff?
Yeah. No, it does make a difference because the kid's father has been implicated. He is a believer, right? Because Baragustus can totally confirm that. And so what's going on right now is you got guards. The constable himself is going down into the quarry. He's going to go check out the entire underground network, and with a few guards. And the rest
Careful
of the
for
guards are actually
rats.
going to go and round up the other believers. That's what they're doing. They're going to go knock on door and grab.
Really big rats.
I'm gonna run to my home real quick.
Good
I'm gonna
move.
like wash off all this blood, that
Right.
half of which is mine, half of which belongs to other people. It's really bad. But I'm just
Yeah.
gonna quickly wash that off my face and hands and everything, and then throw on Tao's like actual her pretty light blue cloak, and just ties up front and basically covers up all the armor and stuff, and then I'll go meet up with these guys again.
Okay.
Little Blue Riding Hood.
And
Yeah.
it's the middle of the night. We have been hauling, like we left. This is the same day, right? That we
Yeah,
had
we
gone
did
earlier
take
today. We were
we
heading
did take
home
a significant break to like go to the bar and eat and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mm.
But
That
it has still been a hell of a day.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm drained.
I'm thinking, why don't you guys want
Yeah.
to come back to the farm, spend the night, bring some pies? My family's still waiting to find out what the hell is going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the family's still waiting,
you know-
probably with bated breath right now.
We'll take it. And the whole trade thing, okay? We'll chat with my brother and see if he has any information about trade from that end. He's up and down doing stuff all the time. And, if there's any chance we're going to do this barge right in stuff.
I didn't actually agree. I just took his money.
Yeah, exactly.
Took the 50
We'll
gold.
see. I'll tell him. I'll let him know if I get a chance.
There you
so
go.
in
Okay.
is made from barge. Is like on water or
Barge.
It is. Well, it's next to a river. Yeah. In fact, barge right in is quite interesting. The way they do a lot of trading. A lot of trading comes
No,
downriver. It just comes down the river and they scoop it up from the river.
Okay.
okay?
It's where barge rates go and park and spend the night.
Right.
Barges. Okay.
Indeed.
I have to
That makes
ask
sense.
this, out of game here for a second. Is the barge right in? Is this something that's been part of Forgotten Realms for like 20 years?
Yeah. No,
Been around
barge right in has been around for a while. Yeah.
Because that
Not a
story
familiar.
I wrote 20 years on 5 months ago, the DM was starting us at the barge right in, and I didn't know if that was part of Forgotten Realms or something he had come up with. So that's why it was in my story. When I heard you say it again, it was just like, oh god, that's
Awesome.
so fun. That is so cool.
It's a great name for an area.
It is?
It is.
Yeah.
And now you guys know that it's part of the Zentarum. Way interesting.
Yeah.
It might
Now
just be
you
a
guys
place
know
where they
that-
make
yeah.
a lot of their money, a lot of their funds to fund, everything else, their network, if you will. Is a place, at least.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of weird things going on. Just in general, I'm assuming. Are we riding out? Are we going home? Are we going to my place?
It's up to you guys.
I
you wanna do?
I think go back to your place. Be nice to
Yeah,
sleep,
we can
get
have a
cleaned
bath.
up.
We'll get fed really well, get cleaned up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Interestingly
Good
enough,
call.
too, you have a horse. Lasan has a horse.
Yeah, and I got
yeah.
borrowed ones for them.
Yeah, you
Borrow
could
the
borrow
horses
ones.
again?
Yeah, you guys can get on horses if you want. I don't know what your handle
Okay.
animal, but everybody tends to know how to ride a horse.
Unless you
At
wanted
least-
to
Yeah,
bring-
we already covered that. Eric can ride just fine. He's just poor at the mounting part.
Okay.
And I get
Unless you want to bring Speedy, we can take
Right.
Speedy. and some pie in the back and go home.
Okay, absolutely. All right, so I will roll for random.
But that's because that's what I was gonna say. Like, if we're worried about things going badly, we could just spend the night in town. Because this is the middle of the night.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
town has a lot of stuff going on. You don't know if more weird cult people surface. I think farm be safer.
All right.
Hey, I've managed to get home lots of nights after the pubs close. What could possibly go wrong?
All right, where's the bloody chart?
You never hear about zombie attack on farm anyway, right?
Well,
There's
I
that.
mean, it's a check on the family. It's been a weird day, and now we're hearing that even as far south as Bargeright, there's more weird things going on there. It's been kind of a strange day. It'd be nice to,
Okay,
touch base
So
with
you
the
guys
folks.
do get an encounter along the road.
Oh.
However, they don't seem to be attacking. There's 3 of
Where
them.
are they?
There's 3 of them, and they hail you as you're just coming down the road. They hail you, and they say, "Have you seen anybody skulking about that may need to be handled? We're on the road here.
Who
We're
they?
how do you say this? Arakokra?
Aarakocra?
Yeah, Arakokra. We are part of the Arakokra. We
Is
seek
it the
out.
little-
They're,
Birdmen?
they have wings.
No. They're actually just these are scouts. They're lightly they're human. They're lightly garbed, and they tell you quite quickly that there have been mysterious events of late, and it is their charge to find the ones responsible. Their leader seems to think that it is the doings of cultists, elemental cultists, and if you've seen anybody like this, they would
Nope.
like to know, so that they can go seek them out, and of course they're not going to be bashful. Kill them, and in fact, they're really peering at you, and you can see like several of them while they're talking, they're kind of looking around and seeing if they see any sort of symbol. Interestingly enough, Tao,
We know the
do
people
you
you're looking for.
have? Where is that symbol that you took off of the priest?
I don't think
I'm
she's
obviously
pinned it.
wearing it on my forehead.
Is it anywhere where it can be? Is it visible?
No.
No, it's in
Okay,
a pocket
you
or
have
a
it
pouch.
packed away.
I
Okay,
do
very
have.
good.
Well, I was gonna say I have the dagger and stuff, but I'm wearing my travel cloak, which is covering everything up.
Yeah, but the dagger doesn't
looking
have
like-
any.
She's just pie lady
Okay.
again.
Man, this adventure has more side quests than Demon Axe campaign.
That's pretty hard, but possible.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It goes crazily in different directions. So yeah. Anyway, they just sort of like nod at you. Nothing interesting further goes from that. They sort of take your word for it at face value there, and
Where are they from? Town name? Something?
Yeah, we need information here.
yeah,
Friend
their
or foe.
base. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you their base at another time because I don't have their. Or unless I do. It might be helpful.
Yeah.
Are they part of the
name
Disarmed
the name you
Valley?
gave us sounded like the name of a race of winged creatures.
Yeah, I know.
So-
The Arakokra, these are... No.
I
You know,
thought
I'll
they
tell
were
you,
the
I'll tell you guys
Murloc
where they're basically stationed at another time.
Okay.
For now, though, I don't have any information on that. At least not that I can find.
They're non-secret base.
No, they're not a secret base. In fact, their charge is quite similar to this all the time. They're always looking for people who are trying to upset the elemental planes, like they're mage hunters sometimes, if mages tend to get out of hand, or if necromancers get out of hand, or if anything seems to upset the balance of the actual plane, they're usually there to help stop it.
So like U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, sort
Gotcha.
of like that. Yeah. Speaking of which, anybody can become part of that. That's a faction that you can do things with if you want to go be a part of that. But anyway,
The Eric.
yeah, the Arakokra. It's a different spelling. It's not like World of Warcraft.
It's
It's a different spelling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. And you guys
Okay.
continue on down the road.
Okay.
Successfully reached the farm for once.
Yep, you
Woohoo!
are now at the farm.
Let us
Tao,
eat
because you're the
pies.
best at it. Do a perception roll.
Oh.
Who?
Perception.
Who?
Tau.
Oh, cow.
Oh,
Okay.
Tau. Okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't do as all right. It's not my farm. If anyone's going to notice something amiss, it would be Lasan.
Yeah.
Lasan,
Dang.
also do a perception roll, Lasan.
You just did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh,
I did
so
a
there's the 17. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you hear sort of like just a little sound, or you don't even really hear a sound. You just have this feeling that the Aarakocra didn't actually leave you be. They might be following you.
Oh, that deserves death. Unacceptable.
That they might be following you. But, there's nothing happening. There's nothing happening at the moment. In fact, you guys continue on to the farm.
They say they're hunting elemental cultists. They
Yeah.
say that.
Where's the let's go for this here.
Unless they're elemental cultists who have heard about all the things going on today. Ooh.
Hey, look, it's a picture of your homestead. Everybody, we have a map. This map was drawn up by a Kiss for Luck, mind you. This is the map of the
That's
Lasan
great.
farm homestead.
So presumably, Lasan is able to indicate to us that something is amiss.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
you guys may have been followed to this area. But before you guys,
Lasan should be like, oh guys, I have to stop here. I have to, make water behind this tree. I'll be right back. Then stealth out,
you could
circle around behind them.
I can do this.
absolutely could.
I can do this.
Also,
This
if
is your
you-
home turf. In fact, if you guys do decide to go seek that out, you know this terrain really well.
I bet you have advantage on your stealth checks. Lots of hide and seek here when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Now, the second you sort of indicate that there's something sort of off or whatever, I will initiate a mind meld with you so we can talk telepathically.
We can do that?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
I've held off. It does feel like a little bit of an intrusion, but yes.
Is
I
that
have
a
the
group
ability to
thing or
speak.
just the two of you?
It's just one person at a time.
Okay. All right.
But I can do it unlimited amounts of time. It lasts one round. So
Very good.
I can play in between. So you two can't talk directly, but
Okay. Alrighty.
Before anything really happens too much, because you guys were walking up to the farm, you weren't trying to stealth up to your farm. That would be weird. But you apparently one of the little ones catches sight of Lasan, yells out and says, "She's finally here, everybody! She's okay!" And yeah, so people start flooding out of the house, and except for one, Aaron the herbalist was already on the porch of one of the main buildings there. He was on the porch, and he saw you as well, and he was standing up when he saw you, and then the kids saw you, and then everybody knows that you're here.
it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Yeah,
What are the
they
kids doing
were
up?
worried sick about you because
We were
their
supposed
brother.
to be here this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were supposed to be here so much long ago, but yeah, you never showed up, and that's not like you, right? So everybody was worried. So everybody pretty much stayed up, even the kids, because you couldn't get the kids to go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really really late at night, and yeah, everybody knows you're here now.
Okay, so no skulking now. So we still got
No.
3 guys behind us.
Yeah,
All
Well,
right.
we can go into the house. And we could always skulk out after.
yeah. There's a number of different things you guys can do right now, and in fact, if you want to, you can talk to your brother Govanen. Govanen is one of your oldest brothers, or he's
Is
one
he
of the
here?
twins.
He's home on the
Yeah,
farm.
yeah. He's actually here. He's he does pretty much what you do in a certain roundabout way. You go more for protecting Red Larch, and he goes more for just protecting the homestead and the surrounding area. They're both rangers for those
He's a ranger.
questioning.
Yeah.
They're both
He's my
rangers.
friend.
Okay.
Home on the Rangers. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh. Right there out loud. Okay. Okay, so we get kids, we got all these people, we know there's 3 people behind us, so it's like, come on everybody, in the house, let's get this, we're kind of keeping an eye back here, what's going on. Actually, as everybody's moving in the house, is this a time where I can just step off behind a building, a tree, and see if these guys are going to follow us right up the lane into the farm here?
You'd probably
yeah,
have
no,
to
it's probably
tell someone
best.
you're doing that because otherwise everyone's looking at you,
Yeah.
right?
I would, yeah, it depends. You can do that if you want. It might be a harder check, though. What I would if I was to give you an idea, I would go on in the house and just maybe use the back door or something like
Out
that.
the back door.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
Yeah.
that
That
because
way.
this is yeah. So let's get everybody in. I'm a little concerned that kids are out running and we got these 3 guys
Yeah.
behind us, and we don't. I mean, they may be on the side with us. They may end up being guys that come with us and help out and do
Yeah,
all
'cause
sorts of great things. On the
when
other
they're-
hand, they
when
could
the
be
mind
called.
meld when the mind meld thing's going on with me, it's like it's weird to have other voice in head. No, it these guys asking about cultists, they could be from cult, right? Because then if they find anyone who does know about cult, maybe then that's people to take care of.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We don't know.
exactly. Yeah, it's a little, and they're following us. I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So get everybody in the house and then out the back door. And where do we? Yeah, we gotta find these guys.
Now, are you going to go solo out here? Do you want us all to go with you?
Well, you're nice and stealthy. If you want to
Yeah.
come along,
Do that.
Yeah.
Have
It's
Eric
It's,
just stay at the
it's
front
easy
door?
for the widow to get out. You're the center of attention, and
Yeah.
I'm really obvious. So it's a little bit trickier. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find an excuse, but then I'm going to be left having to deal with the family. Like,
I will say
Stand
right
there
now at
awkwardly
this
in the living room.
moment, somebody has disturbed the sleep of little Fang, a little 2-year-old.
Fane. Oh no, the baby starts to
And
cry.
yeah, she's crying now. She was the only one asleep, right? And now you woke her up. Not you, but everybody. In fact, nobody actually
I would like to
cares
point
about
out
the
the
baby sleeping.
time. The
What
real
was
life time.
Real life
Real
time,
life
10
time.
o'clock. Ah,
What's that?
Arc server
Oh, it
issues.
is. Okay. It's actually up to you. Do you want to continue on with a little bit more of the role play? Maybe try to
We
figure
could
out.
do another
Half hour here.
20 minutes.
20
or
minutes?
so.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can go for that. A little bit.
25
20 minutes longer, everybody.
Power onwards.
Yes. So yeah, and
So
not much else
really
is going
quickly,
on other than just the niceties between you guys.
okay,
They're like, you're
Really
saying,
quickly, to Gethin, who's kind of the head of the farm, he's the oldest brother.
Right.
It's like, we got 3 guys following us. We don't know anything about them. Get the kids in here. Keep things quiet. This fellow's named Eric. He's going to look after you. Tao, why don't you come with me and let's go check this out?
Okay.
We'll explain everything later.
Yes, that's great. Can we assume at this point that with all the time that has spent, getting out here and whatever, we have executed a short rest?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
that would be fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
you're not healed all the way.
No,
Yeah.
but now I am.
But now you are. Okay. Oh, that's right. You can do some yourself. Okay.
Yeah, and now we can also use another charge of your healing thing if
Yeah.
it were to
And
come
if
up.
if Govanen is home, can he come out with us?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can ask him. It's not going to take a persuasion or anything. He'll definitely come with you,
Well,
especially if
yeah.
you think that the family's at stake or at
Yeah.
Awesome.
risk.
I didn't know he was going to be here. I hope you have worked out some stats for him.
Yeah. I've got
Okay.
standard stuff.
All right. Well,
so-
all right. Out the back door and creepy.
So I spend a hit die. I'm healed up to full, but it sounds like I'm staying in the house and just like being a center of attention to
Yeah, you can
people
be
who don't
explaining
need to get
what-
involved in all this.
what we've gone through. Oh,
Right now, you're the tank sandwich in amongst a bunch of kids. And
Yeah, I have to social tank.
right.
I have to tank the social stuff.
I hope that's okay. No, the thing is that these people know you pretty well. In fact, because you've been here before.
At least for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you had
I
a
don't
really
know if they
bad
know me
injury
well,
behind you.
but they recognize me. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. In fact,
Okay.
that's one of the conversations that you probably have with several members of them, specifically Aaron, the herbalist of the family
Right.
there. Mentions like you're walking, like how did
Yeah.
you do that?
oh yeah, he would have known you when you were here before.
Yeah.
Ah,
it's, sort of. I went to see a lot of healers, but Lissan helped a lot, and walked it off.
Did the son find you one of those? I don't.
You can make an
she hasn't
insight
even told
check.
me what she calls them, but there's a berry that sometimes she can get that does miraculous things. Did she get you one of those?
I did try some berries. Yeah, I don't remember exactly which ones, but
Wow.
I'm feeling much better now.
If one of those berries can like get you to walk, that's fantastic. I hope she tells me where to find them someday.
Yeah.
someday, before I leave.
Very good. Because apparently
have
it's
more
some sort
learning
of
to-
secret, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So now moving outside. Yeah, you guys go. Everybody do stealth checks. Tao, do a skulking check.
Skulky.
I don't like the fact that I don't have power points or any lucky left, but
Oh.
Excellent.
hey, 23. That's pretty good, isn't it, Lasan?
Yeah, I
You
think
roll
23 is pretty decent. All the way around.
Yeah, no, he's not. Okay,
I
Govanen?
just stay near the front of the house, so if there is any like crazy like light show going on out there, I'll see it. But if they're just doing normal stuff in the night, I probably won't.
Very good. Govanen is certainly adept at this whole sneaking thing. In fact, he's so good that Lasan, you lose sight of him for a second in the darkness.
Wow.
Awesome. He's my big brother. Yes.
Right? So that's good.
He's even more elfy than I am, so that's pretty good.
So you guys move on out there. Also, when you get out to the extra wooded area where you kind of felt the somebody's watching you
Okay.
feeling, you can do a what would it be, a survival check? Is it a survival check that gives you knowledge of what's been around, what's doing what? How
In
many
this
enemies?
area, in this area, I kind of automatically know how many people or how many, whatever it is I'm concentrating on, how many of them, how long they've passed. Like I would just know that
Okay.
in here, in this area.
All right. Well, there are some signs, and judging by the footprints that apparently were much closer to the farm than maybe you even like. There's some footprints there, and there's footprints of 3 humans, classified, you can tell. And yeah, by measuring by the amount of depth that the footprint has, they're very light. They're not very heavy people. And they didn't seem to stay very long. They didn't stand in one place too long. In fact, they seem
So
to
they've
have gone back the way they came.
Already scouted out the farm. So do we see these 3 guys, or have they left? Is that what you're
You don't
telling
see
me?
them right now. You could follow the tracks if you wish, but you don't see anybody here.
So they might have followed just to make sure we weren't going to a secret cultist base. And then we're like, oh, this is probably fine. Alternatively, they're planning for an attack later. It could be totally innocent, though. We don't know.
Okay. Let's follow them a little while, just a bit. Just to see if they look like they're continuing on, or are they
Okay.
circling around some other way? Have they caught up? Just a little bit. I want to know what's going on.
Okay.
Just a bit.
All right. So you guys are going to go further into the wooded area, or are you going to try to take the road, or
The tracks. Where
okay,
are the tracks?
you're going to follow the tracks specifically. Okay. So as you move along, how fast are you guys moving? Are you like sort of going to use abandon, or are you just moving along at walking speed, or are you stealthily kind of moving around still?
Well, we're tracking carefully.
They're tracking carefully.
So we'll follow the tracks. We will definitely be stealthy. And then, we'll just decide that we're going to follow them, for a couple of miles. And if we still haven't
yeah, that's
caught them,
fine.
then that's
Okay.
going to be good enough.
Okay, very good. So after about a couple of miles of you guys, being cautious and following the tracks, you don't find the tracks keep going. They just
They're
keep
just
going.
leaving. Okay.
You don't find anybody
Yeah.
anywhere. And
Okay.
in fact, as far as you can tell, in terms of the tracks depth and everything, it also seems that they've you're not making any gains. You're not actually gaining up. You're not gaining ground finding these
Okay.
guys.
All right. They're just heading out. Good.
So we're going to come back to the farm
And
and coming in partway through this conversation.
What's that? Sorry.
Read the chat inside of Roll20.
Oh, inside Roll20. What's going on?
we have a conversation going on over here. It's awesome.
Child walks up to Eric.
I'm just
You're
up-
big. Go ahead. I'll do the
pretty
child.
big,
You do
yes.
Eric.
And pretty big, yes.
How did you get so big?
Worked very hard at forge, blacksmithing. Also, ate a lot of bacon.
You're good.
Forge makes big arms and shoulders. Bacon makes big waistline.
Can I have some bacon? Not this time of night. Go to bed. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. We're having conversations about bacon back at home. Excellent. So yeah, before long, the trio of Tao, the Sun, and Govanen. All you guys make it back, and then Govanen actually asks you along the way back, because it doesn't seem like, and he can tell too, right? It doesn't seem like there's any danger of even talking out loud at this point, but he still whispers. Who are you looking for? Why would you think you were followed?
We were followed. We met 3 guys. They were called. They called themselves Arakoa. They said they were looking for cultists, and we've got a long day of stuff to share with you about that. And they followed us.
Arakoa,
followed
you
us.
say?
Yeah.
Well, if they are indeed
You know them?
Arakoa,
Not the kind with the wings.
yeah.
No, on the other hand.
Aarakocra,
They-
right? I'm
they're
saying it wrong
great.
myself. Aarakocra. If they are indeed the Aarakocra, there's not much to be afraid of unless they've gone rogue somehow.
Okay, you know about this group?
Well, yes. I've bumped into them several times of late. I am not sure why they find this particular area so interesting, except for maybe some of the weird things that's been happening. The other day there was a thunderstorm that came out of nowhere, and I haven't been able to figure out what that was
Yesterday.
about. So I figure something to do
Yesterday.
with elemental stuff, and that's what they do. That's what
Okay.
whatever. So I'm just.
What do you mean that's what they do?
They deal with anybody who upsets the elemental
Okay.
magics.
So
Like-
they're not doing the elemental magics. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I've never actually seen them fight. So I don't exactly know how they do. I just know they're very effective at it, from what I gather. And some of them are a bit more, actually. Well, that's fine. Some of them are a bit more evangelical than others. There's different groups. Some of them happen to be a little bit more testy if you do any amount of elemental magic at all, which some even prominent leaders of different cities just normally do, but sometimes they get to the point where they just want to bring you out and kill you if you do any amount of that. So they're iffy, they're weird, but I don't think they're going to be a danger to us because we don't do
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we can start telling him what sort of day, or we'll get back to the house and just tell everybody at once.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
We've had one heck of a day, guys.
Right.
Ah,
How do you want to kick things off? And who are you talking to specifically? Because everybody's going to be interested. And in fact, the kids, unfortunately, by the time you get back, have been hurried off to bed. It's like, okay, everything's fine. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say you should probably send the kids to bed before we start talking about the stuff we've been doing.
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
This is not kid talk. Right. Okay.
So is Iolin at home or on the road? The merchant fella.
Iolin is currently not here.
Okay. So Govanen is home. So we have Gethin, who kind of runs the place. Govanen is the ranger. Aaron is here. He lives in one of the other little houses
Yep.
off there. And Urian he'll be here. He's always here. Unless he's at the bar.
No, Urian is here. Urian is
Okay.
here, and he's the only one. Sorry, he's the only one who's asleep.
Sounds right.
He's asleep. Everybody else is awake, and in fact, everybody
That's okay.
making all the fuss and the racket and the kids yelling, screaming
Yeah, that's
doesn't
fine.
seem to have bothered him at all. He's apparently he's still asleep. He sleeps really good that one.
Okay, so we'll sit down at the table, I guess, and start explaining this really interesting day. Now, Tao, I have a question for you. Do my family know about you? I do. Do they know you as Tao or the widow?
I mean, obviously they definitely know me as
Yes,
Yeah.
that one for sure. Old friends.
You know what? I think they probably do know me, but as the widow, because
Okay.
especially if there's been a little bit of work with your ranger, a brother, your bard brother, things like that.
Okay.
Let's say yes, because I think it might open up
Okay.
some more fun.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right, so we can actually explain
Maybe only some of them. you know.
only some of them.
Right,
Okay.
the kids
so-
and maybe the one who's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
farmer
so
or
you
whatever.
don't go
I
around,
don't
like
know.
telling everyone. yeah, but
Or maybe
some
we'll
of
tell
them-
them now. We sit around the table.
maybe.
The kids are
Yeah.
in the bed. We sit around the table. There's some serious crap going down in Red Larch. There's some things you guys need to
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
been
about
a while.
half of them,
I
all the
was
ones
totally
who
not
have
an
like
assassin.
specialties that would have been useful to you in the past, they all know about it, and then the other ones don't.
Yeah. Now we can have more people like looking out for weird stuff going on. We've got all these extra sets of eyes all over.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the conversation goes, yeah, there's some dark faces around the table. Very concerned. Looks.
Attack the darkness.
And Govanen has come home. He has come home. So there's like, what news does he have?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just not-
Govanen,
Bardify.
he's home right now. As is honestly scheduled. He's home because he tries to keep in contact every so often. He has a sort of a schedule that he comes back by. And interestingly enough, out of all the faces that get darkened, his seems like he kind of knew. Like he kind of he's seen enough to sort of be like, well, I'm not surprised. You kind of get that feeling from me. He's like, I'm not surprised that this is the sort of thing that's been going on. However, he does seem to have a bit of a concern for you because all the things that you're telling him is like, what? Like, and you did this and you did that, and you know, it's kind of an interesting thing for him. And he talks to you specifically about the ice shield orcs, the son.
Ice shield orcs?
The ice shield orcs happen to be normally this time of year. They're further south, but it seems like they've gotten a bit more brave, if you will, of late, and they have been coming further and further north. He has slain a few himself, like scouts, in and around the woods.
Is this a different orc clan than the Bloodhammer orcs? Or is this what we're calling the Bloodhammer orcs? Did that get rewritten?
No, this is a different,
Okay.
a different band of orcs. Now, they have a lot in common, the two of them, except for where they come
Well,
from.
they are orcs. I mean,
Yeah.
they're barely even count as animals in
your book, yeah. Right, you really don't like orcs. But yeah, in terms of
No.
the bands, the different tribes, they don't actually get along, though. You know that. They have a lot of infighting if they meet, which they usually don't.
And
But
they're
anyway,
moving-
if the Ice Shield orcs keep coming north, then they might meet, which might be interesting. That would be bad for all involved.
So what have they been doing? What does he know? I mean,
Um,
have they been raiding along the road? Are they
Nope.
still in the forest? Have they been coming out into settlements?
They've been keeping away from the roads, and they've been attacking more along the different ranges where farmers tend to make their housing and
these-
everything. They've been taking over. They're not sweeping through and leaving as is their normal thing. They have been taking over settlements, entire little villages out, like little farming settlements in and
And
around,
they're
and
staying.
they're staying. And of course, the scouts I found, they were coming up this way. I found them way too far from comfort, and
How
I
close are they
was able to
to here?
dispatch them. I didn't see anybody else.
How close are they to here? Home. How close are they to home?
I found
Or-
them, the ones that I killed, the scouts that I was able to dispatch. They were roughly 50 miles from here.
So, wait, I'm not expert on orcs. Orcs taking over, does that mean they leave farmers alive and have them work, or orcs start to farm now, or what?
I don't actually know. I've never made it into the settlements. I'm not sure. I didn't dare
'Cause it
go
seems
too
like
close, not by myself.
Take over a bunch of farms sound pretty stupid if no one going to farm, but orcs don't sound much like farmers either.
No. So I'm not sure what's going on, other than maybe a change of leadership or something's different, and yeah. They've changed their entire behavioral pattern, and they're skirmishing a lot further and keeping what they take. So there's that as a thing.
True. Okay, this cuts close to home.
Mm-hmm.
This cuts really close to home. Oh my god.
Speaking of close to home, how close are they? Like you said,
He
are
said-
they?
The scouts he found were
15?
50 miles.
50 miles.
That's
Okay.
closer than the barge. That's closer than the barge ride in, because you're talking about them coming up from the south, right?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
the
So
barge
that
ride in
is
is
going to be.
a lot
I'll give you
further.
a direct measurement if you like. It's a good question.
Okay, the barge ride is what 200 miles or something? I can't remember. Maybe not that far. To the south East?
Yeah.
Okay, so Govannon is talking about the south. Is it southwest,
Actually, you know what?
southeast?
I have this handy dandy map.
We do. We have maps. They're
There we go.
awesome.
Let's look at this map, everybody.
Ta!
So the barge right in. So Red Larch is here.
Well, I don't see any of that.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna be
I
on
have them
stream.
too. Okay.
Okay.
I have maps. Right there. Actually, I have it open already. Way ahead of you. Except that's not showing it. Wrong map. Okay, the barge right in is there. It's
It figures. It
So-
figures that I find the map.
10, 20, 30, 40,
book.
50, 60, 70. Barge right in is about 80 miles southeast of Red Larch.
Yeah, and meanwhile, these guys are 50 miles south. So no, they're actually pretty close together, to be quite honest.
So they are they on the barge right inside, or are they mucking around in Westwood?
I'm getting it right now.
More side quests.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those things.
How
In
to
fact,
save the family?
you know, basically, you guys came to the farmstead, the homestead there, and as you was approaching, you noticed a whole bunch of golden question marks. No, golden exclamation marks.
Exclamation mark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the quests are sending us down to the south region. That must be the next area. Just kept like a griffin there.
Oh, we must have just leveled. So the game's trying to send us somewhere new.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
We've played enough WoW to know how this goes.
Right.
So the farm is like a quest hub then, so we can always come home and find something else to do. Awesome.
Yeah, that sounds like
I
a great
like
way of
it.
putting it.
Yeah.
So the and sorry, I should have had this pre-planned. I didn't expect that
Oh,
the directions. I should have had that mentally in my head, but I did not. That is my own fault. Okay, so here we go. Oh, did I have that completely wrong? You know what? I did. Sorry. 50 miles. Yeah, it had the 50 miles, right? Okay, so no. Barge right in is the one that is southeast. Where these orcs are, so no, these orcs are a lot further north than I thought. I was looking at the wrong name. They both have A's in their name. So anyway, where they are is not south. They're actually more east. That's how far north they have come.
Wow.
They're not south. They're 50 miles. He found the scouts 50 miles to the east.
so they would be in the area of we get 10, 20,
Billiard.
30, 40.
Basically,
I gotta
outside
bring
of-
up the stream because we don't have the map on our little.
Sacred Stone Monastery in that area?
No. Wait. You shouldn't even know that's there. You're looking at the wrong map. Stop looking at that map. All right. So look at the map I have on here.
The Vale of Dancing Water, Summit Hall.
So you're
like
looking
in
at
that
Belliard.
direction?
Belliard,
My
the town
map's
of
better
Belliard
than
is where you're currently looking. So outside,
Okay.
like east to the town of Belliard.
So around Belliard is where the scalps with the orcs and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't see this. All right, I
So
gotta make
basically,
this
what he's been
big.
protecting is not the forest around the homestead. He's been protecting the forest around High Forest. So that's where he met them. But they're still coming
Okay.
up from the south, and they've come up a long way.
Okay, so they've come up from the south, like on the east side of the Desserin Valley, and you said they're up around Belfort, so they've moved into the north of us?
Yeah.
Or Bellard? Bellard, is that the right
Belliard, yeah.
name? Bellard. Bellard. Okay.
Belliard, however you want to say it. But yeah, that one.
Wow.
So no, it's not. To answer the question, it is not close to the barge right in. In fact, to
Not
get
at
there,
all.
you'd have to go more northeast instead of southeast.
No.
So there's that.
Okay.
But they're orcs.
Yeah, they are.
And some of them
orcs.
are staying. So
And they
they're
are
taking
staying.
over farms, and some of them are staying in farms, and the other part of the pack is moving on.
Yeah. So basically, they sort of move in, take, keep for whatever reason, which is totally bewildering, and then they gather strength, move, take, keep. So they're just like sort of they're encamping in a lot of places. And there's a lot of them, apparently. There becomes more and more. Like, they're coming and banding together.
With all this knowledge, given Lisand's and her family's history and stuff like that, I have a suspicion that we're going after orcs next time.
I don't have a favored enemy trait as part of my class, but orcs gotta die, yo.
Orcs
really
gotta
hate
die.
both
Too, right?
Hal
Yeah.
and
Orcs
Lisan
gotta die.
do not like orcs, like, at all. In fact, I think we had this discussion before, just to let people know
if it
that
weren't for orcs, they wouldn't call you the widow. They'd just call you, like, the wife.
Yeah. We have. There you go. There you go.
Very good. But yeah, next time then, because we have to end the stream now.
We're
I'd
going to
imagine
have
it's
to
for 20
because we
minutes.
get into something else.
Yeah, that's why I was leading to an end there.
Yep. So there we go.
Well-
We have new quests for you guys to get into.
Orc
We
hunting.
have one, for instance, to reiterate, barge right in, obvious, Zentarum, possibly a lot of money to be had. Also intrigue, right? That could be fun. And then, of course, orcs. Orcs to the
To the north.
east, to the sort of
East.
northeast of where you are currently right now, to
Yeah.
protect more of the settlements in and around that area, as well as High Forest. And actually, Govanen, your brother, he has to head back out that way anyway, so he's probably going to travel with you.
So two things.
Mhm.
One, there will not be a D&D stream next week because I will be out of the country.
That's right.
And two, is there any chance we got enough XP to level to level 3? Or is
Seems
that
a
little-
next
It
month?
seems a little early.
Yeah, I think we just got to 2, didn't we?
I'll let you know.
I've
I will do
cast
the
my spell
math.
slot once.
I will do the math, and yeah, if you guys get to level 3, then I'll let you know, and then it could possibly be a level 3 party next time.
I'm laughing at Rose's comment. The farm is a garrison. We get to send the family out on missions to level them up, and then after a while, we can construct new farm
Oh,
buildings to
yeah.
give you perks and bonuses.
Like this. All right, so yeah,
Oh,
everybody who
that's
is currently watching the stream faithfully, next Sunday there will not be a D&D live stream,
No.
nor the week after that, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
That's right.
I think 2
Probably
weeks.
2 in a year.
weekends.
Okay, so we're gonna
Yeah.
have a 2-week hiatus, but after that we're definitely gonna come back, and in 2 weeks that's gonna give me enough time to really figure out a lot of things, to kind of meet with you guys in different places and really up the ante in terms of story is concerned. So yeah, I hope everybody can come back at that time. Now I still will have my Sunday morning live streams. It just will not be D&D. So if you like this sort of thing, I will try to figure out what to do on Sunday to kind of keep you entertained in some way, but we'll figure it out. 2 weeks,
We'll do something cool.
yeah, we'll figure something out. But yeah, that's all the time that we have right now. We're gonna have an Arc server opening in just a few minutes. There, we're gonna let Christopher kind of get to that so she can fix that up, and everything will be fine here
You
momentarily.
guys all need to file into the Arc server in twos.
Right. Yes, exactly. File into
2
the
by
Arc.
2.
2 by
by
2, absolutely.
Well, unless you're clean
Actually,
animals, in which case there's
Oddly
7
enough.
pairs.
Yeah, but if you're not down with that though, then you can just like raid her stream and try and get it renamed the Orc server.
Indeed.
The orc server.
ORC instead of ARK.
Ready to orc.
Ready
Yeah,
to
so
orc.
in about a half an hour, somewhere in there, my regular stream, if we're early, we can start early. But yeah, over on my channel, I'm opening an ARC server. There's going to be 25 people joining today. And we got a few surprises for those people that they didn't know was coming. So that'll be fun. It should be a good day.
Should be a
we'll
nice
get
day.
started. Yeah.
Okay, so before we go, I will go ahead and read off the donations for the day. These people who are trying to make sure that I make enough on Sunday to manage my wages. You guys have been doing exceptionally well recently. Or actually every single week so far. And thank you very much for that. Your continued generosity blows me away. $5 from 10-102 hours. Love the stream was the comment. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. $13.37 from Xeno-X969. First time catching the live stream. Keep up the good work. We'll definitely keep that going as much as possible. Actually, I got 2 weeks to spare there, so it's really going to get good. I have no excuse for that. So $6.39 coming in from Tony 2013. Hope you get sponsored soon. Thank you very much. I hope so as well. $31.96 from Lord of Time. User use Unrelenting Force. It was super effective. Yes, blows out ill drums all the damn time. $40 coming in from Murlords 101. There's no message, but thank you very much. $7.19 from no message as well, but thank you very much for that. We got Chemical Crash. What a wonderful reason to get up early on a Sunday morning. I'm glad you like it.
Nice.
I think everybody's having fun. This is great. This makes me feel good. So $6.39 coming in from Briar the Bear Shaman. There's no message, but thank you again for your generosity. Venelitor, $15. Hamburger time for the heroes. Yeah? Can we do that? I mean, I don't. It's morning. We can have eggs or hamburgers. I like the idea of hamburgers. $2.25 coming in from John Cena. You can't see me. My time is now. I love it. $25 coming in from Used Dijkstra for Lord, Overlord, the Lord, and the Skulking Skulkers. Absolutely. You guys are really good at that whole sneaky thing. Oh, I say you guys. Everybody except Eric. Right? $10 coming in from Lowercase Row is for bacon. Make waistline big, much delicious. Thank you very much, guys. And we're gonna take off. And I hope you guys have fun at the Kiss for Luck live stream in the Ark. I have to. Well, I can actually. I'm gonna have a shower. Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
can
gonna
have a quick shower and
I'm
come
gonna have
and
a
join
shower.
us for a while
and then go
and
to
log
work.
in with us. Okay, so get your shower, get into Discord, and I'll see you in Arc.
Absolutely.
Good times.
I'm gonna go ahead and host you from here, and everybody, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
Bye
Take
bye,
care.
guys.
Next time.
Next week.
Well, not next week. Next time.
Or, yeah, well, I'll be around in half an hour and, yeah, all the other stuff. So, bye bye.
See you later, everybody.
Okay, close this.